parade, my friend.
That is so passive-aggressive. You realize
The
that,
point
right?
is, all we have asked.
Oh, my
All we have
God.
asked is that we get a picture of the guys wearing the matching T-shirts, the four brothers, on a dock on Lake of the Ozarks with no pants on. And that apparently is going to happen. And I said, both sides, please, front and back. Because obviously the shirts will hang down enough to block the hang down, if you will.
The hanger.
Yeah, and depending on the lighting, I understand the photographer will be Dick Silhouette. That should be a lot of fun.
I'm not familiar with his work.
Anybody check out Mars lately?
No, where it is.
Yeah.
It's in the sky.
I'm not interested in good news. Okay, I'm tired.
Yeah, I got this really cool app. Have you seen this app?
What app?
You hold thank you. You hold your phone up to the sky. It's called Sky View. And you hold your phone up, and as you move it around, it shows you exactly what you're looking at.
Oh, that's cool.
Now, that's a picture.
That's what I need. Then I'd find Mars.
That's a picture of what something we need. You standing somewhere in a field, holding your phone up to the sky, just wandering around in the field. I want to see that.
Because Mars is right there today. I mean, check if you have cloud cover, but I mean,
Right where?
Well,
Is it
it's right
red? Can you
there.
see it red?
Well, it looks like a big star. It's the brightest one out there right now.
But it's not red?
I was under the impression it was going to look like the moon.
Yeah, big as the moon is what I
That's
saw.
what I thought.
That's actually, it's funny, that's an actual myth.
Oh,
Any less than that, and I'm disappointed.
Okay, never mind.
The redness is a myth?
No. The fact that Mars is, why am I even getting to
I
this?
thought Venus was women and Mars wasn't a myth, it was a mythter.
A mythter!
Come on now!
Men are from Mars, listeners.
That is so
It's
close.
early yet.
That is very nice.
Men are from Mars, Venus,
Yeah, whatever.
Venus.
Very popular for 3 weeks. Astronomers
Boy,
are.
he can't.
you know
he
what?
just can't. Not a second of anybody doing anything but him.
Is that book still selling out
Hell
there?
yes, it still
It's
sells.
huge.
Man from Mars, women from Venus. This is science.
Oh, my God.
For those of you interested in science, which I know is a very small part of our population, a couple days ago, Mars was the closest it'll be to Earth until 2035.
Right.
Isn't that cool?
That's very cool.
Yeah.
So, but
I hope you have a view of the sky in 2035.
actually coming up. Did you see this thing about the scientists discovering all of these?
Inhabitable planets.
What do they call them? Like super inhabitable or something?
Yeah.
Might
Better
be
than Earth.
Better than Earth.
Come on, nothing's better than Earth.
Yeah,
It's 100 light years away.
Oh,
But
think about
Let's
things.
stick with Earth.
We're the best.
why don't we take care of this
There
planet?
might be a planet where Howie Mandel doesn't exist. Come on, you know there's places better than Earth.
Don't do that to
Throwing
Howie.
shade at the house.
We're the best planet there is.
Have you watched David Attenborough's documentary on Netflix, Chick? Oh, it's something about our planet.
Okay, now the point is, Mars very close right now. There's something called the Mars hoax, and NASA has put out an official warning. It's the false claim that Mars will look as big as the moon. The NASA says if that were true, we'd be in big trouble
Well,
given the gravitational pull on Earth, Mars, and our moon. So just a couple days ago, if you're curious, Mars was 38.6 million miles away.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah, Mars was so close. I don't know if did you see the pictures? It put a mask on.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
science. As is my preference, Uranus keeping its distance.
Oh, yeah,
I
sure.
don't know about you. I know there are many that are into that.
Arm's length.
So, but a little bit of us. We do have that story coming up about the scientists say there may be planets better for human life than this one, at least at present. So we'll look forward to that. Also, we have a bunch of science news today. Whales in the news.
What are they doing?
Oh, back in New York City? Is that
they're
the one?
they're back in New York.
It's amazing.
Back in the New York groove.
Yeah.
Should we get that song out, Ace? That's one of your favorites, right?
The only good song to come out of the Kiss solo work? Is that it?
Ace was going to object. Other good songs from the Kiss solo albums, Ace?
The whole Paul Stanley album's great.
Great.
There
She
you go.
says.
Okay, apparently Paul must have been nice to Ace. I don't know. But we've got that coming up today, among other things. Sporting news, Chick, any teasers over there?
Well, yeah, we've got a sticky little problem with as far as the shoe-in goes. Now, I normally don't pick Major League Baseball games, but you'll recall yesterday what we call you have the Mars incident. Well, yesterday we had the Padres incident,
Yeah.
where I said the Dodgers had swept the Padres.
Oh, they got swept, chick.
And And I said, well, oops, that hasn't happened yet.
Right.
I'm sorry. I was doing future sports. Turns out I was doing future sports. They did get swept. So isn't that me?
You were right
Isn't
all
that
along.
me picking the Dodgers? Doesn't that count as a win?
As the commissioner, Willie, the assistant commissioner, I say no.
Did you tweet about it prior to game time?
Not in a way that you could have seen it online.
But if we can timestamp this, you're in.
Did you tweet it but just not hit send?
Yes, it's in my drafts, and you can take a look anytime you'd like.
Okay.
No, I didn't actually put it, but I thought I could.
Well, coming up,
You're all friends.
the Napa
I
Auto
thought I
Parts
could-
Shoe-In of the Week, ladies and gentlemen. Chick's NFL Sports
Yes,
Picks Show. So
that's-
far this season, how are we doing?
15-9, but as soon as I can find out when all the games are, I'll pick them, okay?
Yeah, let's talk about Tuesday game.
They keep moving them and switching them and changing them. And
They're trying to, we have to keep
I
living
know
in
that,
this
Tom.
world.
I know that. I'm trying to be funny, okay? Remember? I'm trying.
So could you get like at a Tuesday night game, then have to play Thursday?
Yeah, well, I mean, people already have Sunday night to Thursday night sometimes, and that's quick turnover.
Yeah, I
It's
think the
tough.
Chiefs are already like getting the Scroogey because they had to play 2 games in 4 days or some crazy thing because of the pandemic.
Okay. Well, adjustments will be made. As I said yesterday, don't panic. The NFL could always just say, we're taking the next 2 weeks off.
They should.
They could actually move the Super Bowl and the world wouldn't end. I think they.
Well, now, wait
and
a
of course,
minute.
I think the
Wait,
governor of Florida now wants to have every seat in the Super Bowl taken and.
Everybody, French Kiss Marathon. I think
Yes,
that's what he
I
wants.
think yes, right.
Well, it's time to spread some positivity and love right now. French
right.
Kiss
Kiss your
Marathon
neighbor.
sounds great.
Tell them shaking hands. Give him a big wet one right on the mouth.
Go pantless to Florida. You know, all that coming up.
Yeah.
Alligator news, of course. This is
You said alligator.
alligator news.
I know you meant alligator, but you said alligator.
Hi, my name is Al Gator.
Alligator.
Sitting in for Dick Hitzwater.
It's
Sitting in for Dick Silhouette. We have a really interesting beer news, especially for you, Willie.
Yeah, what you got?
Well, I'm not going to tell you right now, but
Okay, well.
you can guess. Now, Mr. Godwin,
Yeah.
great job this week.
been a fun week, yeah.
Enjoyed all the songs. I was wondering if perhaps we could do a challenge this morning. But
Okay.
yesterday at this time, I believe it was at this time, we noticed that your facial hair was kind of coming in. And it seems to be a little darker just above your lip.
Yeah, I haven't.
And that kind of fades as it goes up. I was thinking perhaps the little challenge was, I believe Chick was in for 100. I'm in for 100.
I thought it was up to 250.
Well, somehow we got to 250.
Yeah, 50 if you use the big, long cigarette holder.
Okay.
You remember that.
All right, it's 200.
What we were talking about was having you shave it so it is, in fact, a pencil-thin mustache. Because you've got a pretty nice beard. You could grow this. And
this part, yeah.
Then you'd have to grow it so it's a pencil-thin mustache, shave it just right, and then dye it black.
Okay, so our Christine, the lady that cuts hair, will do that?
I'm sure she would do that, yeah.
Yes,
However, our meme meister, Ronald McDuffin, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He made a meme of Pat as Zorro, and he has the pencil
Where
thin
can I
mustache. And I believe I'm saying this, looks pretty great in a pencil thin mustache. It's on all the Bob and Tom platforms.
Okay,
yeah.
good. I'll have to check that out. Thank you. Well, when we come back, I know we have that and a little bit of a tribute that Pat has composed about his own pencil-thin mustache. Okay. There's a great song about pencil-thin mustaches from Jimmy Buffett, of course.
That's the one I'm satirizing.
Yeah, that Pat as Zorro, that actually...
It looks
Doesn't look
good.
bad.
That might impress the girls.
Not
Yeah.
too creepy?
No. It's creepy.
But he's got you on the body of
Yes.
real
Zorro, yes.
Always a dig.
No, I mean, it's not the guy from Despicable Me.
Well, you have a little chest hair, don't you, Pat?
I have some, yeah.
This guy's got quite a bit.
Yeah, that is very nice. 90% of his face is hidden. That's
God, you're so mean.
No, I'm just a fact. Well, in any event, we'll come back with that delightful thing and some interesting things in the world of sports. Ace Cosby is not just sitting in any chair, you know. That is the OmahaSteaks.com Ace Cosby joke of the day chair, where some jokes are well done, bad jokes are rare. Yesterday we all had Rare meat. Omaha Steaks. Well, you can call it the Omaha Steakhouse because the experience of Omaha Steaks is the best. This is the best time of year to grill.
Now, Tom, correct me if I'm wrong, but this Omaha Steaks is an amazing product. They're delivered right to your house. But Josh is the one who really loves these Omaha Steaks, and it says Josh should be reading this. But where is Joshua?
He's fishing.
Yeah, on vacation again. It's okay, no problem.
Okay, well, I'll take over for Josh. Every order from Omaha Steaks, flash frozen, vacuum sealed, delivered in a beautiful cooler with dry ice, ready to cook. Yeah, thaw it out and go for it. They're the best. I'm a big fan, by the way, not just of the steaks. I love the burgers. They are the best. Find out for yourself. Get the gourmet assortment of bestsellers. This is a Bob and Tom Show special offer at omahasteaks.com. Enter the code BTS into the search bar this week only. So today's your last day for this one. Omaha Steaks is going to add 2 pounds of premium ground beef for free with your order. That's the Butcher's Best Sellers package. You'll find the famous bacon-wrapped filet mignon. Oh, yes. The world-class steaks, burgers, chops from Omaha Steaks. Go to omahasteaks.com. BTS is the code in the search bar. Exclusive offers for Bob and Tom Show listeners. Don't forget when you order today, Omaha Steaks adds that 2 pounds of premium ground beef for free. omahasteaks.com. BTS in the search bar, please. Family, friends, and the best steaks of your life from our friends at Omaha Steaks. omahasteaks.com. Code is BTS. We're right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Navy Federal Credit Union entertainment news. Dave Grohl will introduce the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions during this year's virtual ceremony. Musicians who will participate in the tributes to the inductees include Luke Bryan, Miley Cyrus, Don Henley, Billy Idol, Iggy Pop, Alicia Keys, Brad Paisley, The Boss, Bruce Springsteen, Ringo Starr, Gwen Stefani, and others. This year's inductees are Depeche Mode, the Doobie Brothers, Whitney Houston, 9 Inch Nails, the Notorious B.I.G., and T-Rex. They'll be shown November 7th on HBO. The most expensive version of a new pinball machine based on Guns N' Roses sold out within 2 hours of its announcement, according to manufacturer Jersey Jack. The GNR Not In This Lifetime machine is their quote-unquote greatest hit after selling 500 of the collector's edition for $12,500 each. Lesser versions sell for $9,500 and $6,750. Slash himself visited the manufacturer this week to give the game a try. He calls it insane. Slash and Duff McKagan narrate the in-game action. And Stevie Nicks will be releasing a new concert film and DVD. Stevie Nicks' 24 Karat Gold, the concert, was filmed during her 2016 tour. It will be released to select theaters and drive-ins on October 21st, then released digitally on October 30th. And if you are a Stevie Nicks fan, she's also working on a TV miniseries based on the legend of Rhiannon. Nicks wrote that 1975 song about a Welsh goddess named Rhiannon. The miniseries will be based on the adaptation of her story, Rhiannon's story, written by author Evangeline Walton. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Hey, fellas.
Oh, hi, Floyd.
Have enjoyed the Eddie's Pie program.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
sure you have.
I believe I heard y'all talking about lobster a while back.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, you know, I've always felt the same like you said, Tom. If lobsters walk the earth instead of kindly swimming into traps, I don't believe we need the crustacean with the coarse outer shell.
Yeah.
You know, the same way you don't really see armadillos on the 2 for $20 at Applebee's.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
I'm warning you, don't do that.
There's laughter ahead.
I should be having a better time if this is a party.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, he's here. Okay, good.
Hey, what's going on, Chris? What's up, baby?
Dog's here, guys. Okay, this is Mr. Mad Dog Sings the Blues.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, Dog, how are you? Listen,
Sorry,
Steve's got the band rehearsed. We're all set. I see you've got some new lyrics here. I didn't think anything rhymed with speculum.
Did some research. Hello, ladies. How are you? Looking good.
Hi, Mad Dog.
Hello.
Listen, Dog, Ricky and I kind of rearranged this. We moved some stuff around here, but it's okay. Steve's got the band working.
Rearranged it? What change? I don't have the changes.
Steve, could you count it off?
Where's the changes?
the blues, baby.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Mr. Mad Dog, he can sing, and this cat can really swing. Mr. Mad Dog likes my views every time he sings the blues. Listen to the music play. Come on, Mad Dog, take it away.
My baby.
No, guitar solo. You lay back here. No, the sax. Lay back here.
Listen to the music play. Come on, Mad Dog, take it away.
My baby went to...
The girls sing here.
I don't have to change. I'm my fault. All right, here. My baby. Is it... Where's...
He's in the bathroom, dog.
Tom's in the bathroom. Okay. All right. I just...
Dog, I'm sorry. My teeth are floating. This is a little horn thing here. Lay back for a second.
Listen to the music play. Come on, Mad Dog, take it away.
My baby went to the...
Oboe solo here. Lay back here.
My baby went to...
Little tuba thing.
My baby
No,
went
this is the bagpipe solo here.
My baby went to the...
Accordion solo.
Accordion. My baby went to the...
Sitar solo.
My baby...
Vienna Boys Choir.
Mr. Mad Dog, he can sing in the groove like B.B. King.
Circus Chip. I'll solo right here.
Listen to the music play. Come on, Mad Dog, take it away.
Baby went to the guy. No.
621 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sunshine 82, variable cloudiness Saturday, high 80. Mainly cloudy with a slight chance of a shower on Sunday, high 78. Currently, we have 49 degrees.
Today could mean $1,000. Pay close attention. Some serious cash at stake. So listen carefully. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. In the big room, we're skating without our striker. Is that right?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is that a
It's a
hockey?
soccer term. No. We have...
You don't skate in soccer.
That's why we're derailed. I like to mix my metaphors as much as possible. Where was I? Let's see.
Boy, act like you meant it all along.
Of course I did. Thank you. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Hang in there.
Bill.
Oh,
Wait a
boy.
minute. No, you're Chick. Oh, I'm sorry. Christy Lee's at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. When that phone rings, it'll be the all-new Straight Talk phone. That's right, the Straight Talk hotline right here.
Let's talk
Bob
about
and
it.
Tom Show.
Sorry.
Ace Cosby is the man in black and white over there. The white cap for his beloved Las Vegas Raiders. Willie G's over there. Patty G's in there. This is Tom. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. This is the 9th of October, 2020. So far, so good. We do have some sports to get to, but the matter at hand right now, Pat, we've thought perhaps we should have you shave your mustache into a pencil-thin mustache.
Yep.
Okay, grow it out over the weekend then?
Yeah, but the key is the shaving. You've got to shave just the top half of it
Right.
off. And as I said, very few people can pull this off, in my opinion.
Does someone else do the shaving? Does Christine do that too?
I think we'd probably have to have a professional do the shaving.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
She's a professional, but I don't know about her barber skills. Like her.
Is she
I don't know.
licensed to...
I don't think we have to look too far into it. I say we just let her give it a shot. I think it should be great.
I'm with Willie on this one, yeah.
And use a straight razor.
And use a straight razor.
Oh, nothing, what could go wrong?
You know, and I know you think the world, but this is a person who has a regular job, and they can't just drop everything and come in here and shave Godwin. I don't think.
I think she
a little bit more planning than
She'd probably enjoy it.
Just being near you, is that what you're thinking? Probably.
But here's her putting the phone down. So my dad calls and she goes, Oh my gosh, honey! I finally get to shave Pat Godwin's mustache.
Can you believe this?
The call has come.
I have to reschedule 9 haircuts, but I'm willing to go in there and mess around with Godwin
Well,
for.
check.
Now, doesn't she cut your hair?
She does indeed. Yeah, yours too, right?
And mine.
So there you go. So she's familiar with, and I can just see it right now. I'm kind of imagining it. Clean shaven, except the pencil thin mustache dyed jet black.
Oh, that should be fun for a couple days.
I just think it'd be so great. What if you met just the right lady with that
She
look?
would run if I met the right lady.
I don't know. You might find someone who finds that pretty
I think the wrong lady would run too.
Oh, yeah. All ladies.
So you've adapted Mr. Buffett's song, I understand?
Yeah, you want to hear that now?
Yeah, of course. Sure. Now, we've offered, I think it's $250
Yes.
to Mr. Godwin.
Well,
200 just for the facial hair.
Yeah, 50 for the cigarette holder.
Well, that's easy.
Not doing
Throw
it.
in a 50.
You know,
It's up to 250
Yeah.
so we're
or
250.
300. You don't do the cigarette holder for $50.
for 2 days.
Come on. Or you don't go anywhere.
That's true. that hurts, but that's absolutely true.
Sitting home alone.
Although,
You don't have any dates.
I don't mean that.
When you-
None of us are going
I know
anywhere.
I know you're taking your son. Your son Jimmy loves Red Lobster, so
Boy, he does.
I can just see him going to Red Lobster with the cigarette. And go, there's no smoking in here, sir.
Well, and I'm sure that if Pat did not use the cigarette hole, we'd put him on his honor system. I'm sure he'd give us the straight story on that.
I'll take photos everywhere.
Well, okay, so let's.
All right, there we go. I'm on the Bob and Tom show. Get teased constantly about my daily struggles financially. 3/4 of my check goes to child support. I may be broke, but it keeps me out of court. So if I get a pencil thin mustache, the porn director kind, you'll give me a couple of $100. I'll buy my son Red Lobster and not have my card declined. I may look goofy, creepy, and silly, but I can buy a round now for Chick, Josh, and Willie. I'm gonna get a pencil thin mustache. It's amazing what a whore I can be. Oh, yeah.
Apologies to Mr. Buffett. Oh, that's great, Pat. Nicely
Thanks,
done.
that was fun.
Very, very, very good. I love that song.
You know, in looking... Oh, there it is. Jeez, that's
Now
that's my actual hair.
Who
Chest.
created this? This is Pat Godwin as Zorro.
He looks like Gilbert Roland. Isn't that who played
He looks a little bit like Prince.
Oh my God, he does look like
That's my actual chain and chest.
I'm almost certain Gilbert Roland played one of those guys.
That's great. There's a photograph that has been adapted of Mr. Godwin.
Great song, Pat.
That will appear on our various Bob and Tom social media platforms.
There he is. That's a nice thick pencil thin mustache.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good.
You got to have the real pencil thin. I think the best one out there probably is
John Waters.
Yeah, and Frank DeFord, the sports writer,
Right.
who was very, very full of himself. He had one. I
Did
think
Ted
you have
Turner
to be.
have one for a
Yes.
while?
Yeah. You've got to have a huge ego and a lot of people that are afraid to tell you that you look ridiculous. Yeah, very tough. Very tough to pull off, especially for white guys. I will put that disclaimer in.
I'd say Robert Downey Jr. does a version of it sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
he does,
Not a straight pencil thin mustache. He has a little mess going on down here on his chin.
You know who had one? Vincent Price had a pencil thin mustache.
Oh, that was a creepy.
That was
A different era, I think. I don't know.
What do you mean a different era? So was Gilbert Roland. So was Zorro. They were all in the same era.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I just don't think it's.
I give up.
No, I just think it's a very unusual look. And
Brad Pitt had a sort of one in Inglourious Bastards. They're saying
He did.
Kind of right. Yeah.
Aldo Rain.
Yeah.
Aldo Rain.
You owe
wasn't
me
he the bad
100
guy?
Nazi scalps.
Was he the bad guy in that?
No. He was a leader of the Bastards.
Yeah, he was a badass.
Oh, that's right. The bad guy is Christoph, right?
Christoph Waltz.
Yeah. Okay, that's one of the great performances of all time. Okay, let's just get back to the thing. Pat, that was great. Don't put the guitar away too soon, Pat. I've got another idea for you coming up.
See, now this is Vincent Price with a pipe, but this is what I see Pat and the cigarette holder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
What are we up to now?
I love that look. Remember that?
300.
Remember that era?
I won half now.
Remember the era when all the photographs in the yearbooks, everyone was kind of at this 30-degree angle?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
The Leaning Tower of Pisa thing. I love that.
Oh, he's pensive. He's thinking. Look at him. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Pat, should we do a challenge today, Pat?
Didn't we just do one? Yes, I'm up for any challenge.
That was
yes.
that was from a couple days ago.
Yesterday.
We have. I'll just give you some hints as to some of these stories. We have the super inhabitable planets that scientists have discovered.
Right.
We have intimate relations with a horse. With a three-way.
I mean, whoa.
No, this is a three-way.
Yeah, this
Couple.
is really sick.
2 horses or
No,
two
no.
guys?
One horse and a
People
man and a woman, apparently. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Chick, you never want to be in a three with 2 horses. It's just, it gets overbearing.
We'll never forget that guy who liked that with the horse. And he was a receiver.
Yeah.
He did not.
He did not live.
Died
He did not
that
make
way.
it. Yeah.
Bro, that's sorry. Whoa.
You loved animals.
Whoa, that's right.
Yeah. Be careful what you wish for, especially if it's thicker than a tennis can and longer than a golf club.
Not even 7 a.m. yet. We're just
It's going to be a great day.
Hey, sorry, it's just the truth.
check local listings.
Let's see now. What else could Pat? We have an alpaca. Which Christy? What is that again? That's
Like a small llama.
Yeah,
They're adorable.
Well, there's an office that actually has an official alpaca that roams around the office.
Oh, why can't we have one?
You
now?
must get an alpaca. You simply must.
Oh, come on.
I'd love to have a station dog, but there's apparently some fire law or something. I don't know what it is. Let's see.
What do you mean? We've got Chippy, wake up. Wake up. Good boy.
Hey.
Good boy. Yeah, Josh isn't here. I'm sorry. Josh is. No, he's not here. He's at the. I know.
Okay, good,
he
Chippy.
likes
Now you got him
Josh.
upset.
He likes Josh.
We have beer infused with marijuana in the news.
Hey. Look at that. That's all the good stuff. That's all you need.
That's all the good stuff. That and the Sopranos, and you're set for the weekend.
Two birds, one stone.
Look at this alpaca face and tell me that just doesn't make you smile.
Oh,
Come on. They're so
Can you house train an alpaca?
I don't know, probably.
So that would be rather
Look at
difficult
that.
if
I
there
bet
was
it's quite a struggle.
pools of alpaca urine in the hallways.
Chick, my dad gets here, 3 a.m. every day?
Oh,
Could
yeah.
you imagine how early he'd get here if there was an alpaca?
Can you imagine?
I got here, Tony the alpaca's freaking out.
So 2 in the morning, I got to feed the alpaca.
So I'm out there, I'm blow drying Tony. It's nuts.
Whizzed all over Ace's office.
He likes to blow. I'm not going to tell him. And then,
Okay,
stupid alpaca.
Well, that's one of our stories. So, any of these appeal to you, Pat?
They're all kind of cool, except for the horse story. Why don't we have a Christie pick so it seems...
Okay, we have a T-Rex skeleton that was auctioned off, got huge dollars. We have a lady who lost her diamond at a major sporting event. We have a cafe full of black cats. I mean black
Did you see the couple?
kitty cats.
The couple that adopted a kitten and thought it was a kitten and it was actually a tiger cub. Did you see that story?
Wow.
Love it.
Fluffy's getting cranky.
Simba. Can you imagine?
I bet they're voting and they're loud about it.
Oh, the kitty is great with the baby.
Hey, kitty, see how that baby takes that kitty cat?
So anyway, and you don't like the one about the guy getting screwed by a horse?
I don't care for that one.
You know, if you want to get screwed by a horse, I say just go to the track.
Yeah.
Last time I went, hey, Seabiscuit, pick up the pace.
Good Lord.
Seabiscuit.
Distance
What
7.
have you always said? At least when you get up this morning and face the day, you don't have to.
You don't have that. You don't have that compulsion.
Yeah. I'm going to be sexually struggling again because I can't find a horse to have dinner with.
Any of those appeal to you, Pat?
Yeah, like I said, if I pick the one, it'll seem like I've written it ahead of time.
No,
You don't want to do it,
pick
Christy? Go ahead, just pick anything.
Just pick anything.
Close your eyes.
Alpaca in the office?
Yes, alpaca in the office.
Okay.
That would be my favorite.
Okay, alpaca in the office.
Okay.
Here's an update on that tiger cub. It's a couple in France. They bought the kitten online thinking they were getting a Savannah cat, which is a cross between a wild serval cat and a domestic cat. But when it arrived, it was actually a tiger cub.
What did they do?
They called police, is what they did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this cat has been properly...
The tiger, which is Sumatran tiger, is a protected species and cannot be kept as a pet. They don't know exactly where it came from, but it has been turned over to the right authorities, and they are taking care of the animal. Yes.
Do you suppose the Tiger King is a big hit worldwide?
In France?
I don't know.
All over the world. I mean, do they subtitle it or
Maybe, probably.
I would imagine.
Netflix is everywhere, right?
And especially with Facebook and Instagram, we're
Yeah.
losing regionality. So now things that we're only watching, other people are watching because we are posting about them and they see it and they want to watch it. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's move forward here. We do have some interesting things.
Yeah,
in sports.
let's take a look real quick. Please pay attention to what I'm saying.
All right. Do I need to write anything down?
And if you simply have to ask a question. Wait till we're done. Okay. Sunday's game between the Bills and the Titans has been moved to Tuesday night, as long as Tennessee has no more positive tests for the virus. That's according to the NFL League office. The person also said that the NFL is rescheduling Sunday's Broncos-Patriots game from Monday night after New England had a smaller outbreak of the virus. 3 games in the season now have been postponed due to the pandemic. Pittsburgh at Tennessee in Week 3 was moved, you'll recall, to October 25th. That's yet to come, of course. Buffalo is scheduled to host Kansas City next Thursday, but that game is going to be rescheduled because it's all really confusing.
Okay.
And
is there going to be no Thursday night football that week?
That's a possibility.
Wow.
And if there shouldn't be any Thursday night football anyway. But if all of this, if you've got tickets for an NFL game, much like Tom, if you got tickets for a Clapton concert, make sure the concert or the game's going to happen before you leave your house. You thought I forgot about that, didn't you?
Well, it was canceled an hour before the show. I had already arrived in Detroit.
Yes, it was Dearborn, Michigan. We were pretty far up there.
Only your dad can make. I only arrived in Detroit. Hilarious.
Well, Chick, in the subways, in the tube in London, they would spray paint Clapton is God, and that made a lot of people frustrated. But we didn't know sometimes God can get a sore throat. Cancel the concert.
You would think he would, he could blink his eye.
He's canceled in his career maybe 2 concerts. It was not,
And what are the odds?
fact that we'd driven through the hellacious storm to get there. And
Wouldn't that have given you an inkling that the concert wasn't going to happen?
No, it was the night before. No, one of the reasons we went to the hotel lobby and the guy goes, where are you guys going? We're just going to go over and see the web show. Oh, you didn't hear?
And people are so kind in that situation. Hey, this dumbass trying to go to the Clapton concert. Right?
You know what I did? You know what I did instead?
No, what'd you do?
Like frozen yogurt or something, right?
No, dinner with Haywood Banks.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Well, that's virtually the same thing. Holy.
Maybe we should do a little Haywood right now to cheer up. Maybe a little toast.
Bears won 20-19 last night, Thursday night game. I'll have some details on that.
Okay, but the larger point is there's a lot of
the NFL's
things are
being
in flux.
The NFL's being affected, and yes, things are in flux.
But again,
I think that we should give the shoe in a week off because everything's in flux. And I just sit there at a cozy 15-9.
No. We'll do the shoe in of the week brought to you by Napa. Coming up right now to cheer everybody up, a little bit of a breakfast toast.
All around the country and coast to coast. People always say, what do you like most? I don't want to brag. I don't want to boast. I always tell them I like toast.
Very nice. Yeah, toast! Yeah, toast!
I get up in the morning about 6 a.m. Have a little jelly, have a little jam. Take a piece of bread, put it in the slot. Push down the lever and the wires get hot. I get toast.
Yeah, toast! Yeah, toast!
Now, there's no secret to toasting perfection. There's a dial on the side and you make your selection. Push to the dark or the light, and then if it pops too soon, press down again. Make toast.
Yeah, toast!
When the first caveman drove in from the dregs, didn't know what would go with the bacon and the eggs. Must have been a genius, got it in his head. Plug the toaster in the wall, buy a bag of bread, make toast.
Yeah, toast!
Ooh, oui, monsieur, bonjour, coquette. Oh, présentez-vous, Maurice Chevalier, Eiffel Tower. Oh, oui, Marie Baguette, bonsoir. French toast! French toast! In Chicago, we're on the Bob and Tom Show. Yeah! Toast!
Toast. The genius of Haywood Banks, of course. The clicking you're hearing is actually a toaster. I believe that was the four slicer. If your erection world is toast, perhaps you should give this a quick listen. Thank you very much. Erectile dysfunction, it's not easy to deal with. Yeah, it is now. If you've lost your mojo, perhaps a trip to getroman.com/wood on your computer would do just that. Roman, it's a pharmaceutical distributor. You've been hearing about these various pharmaceuticals for years. Well, now you can get them with the ease of logging on to your computer or with your phone, whatever you got, because you'll be evaluated by a healthcare professional online. No embarrassing chat with your family doctor by going to getroman.com/wood. It's very straightforward and it's discreet. And it's also pretty simple. And some of the benefits, well, there's a free, did I say free 2-day shipping? That's what I said.
It's free, Tom.
Thank you very much, Josh. That was Chick McGee doing his best Josh voice. The whole process, like I said, very simple. ED used to be tough to tackle, not anymore. GetRoman.com/wood. If approved, you'll get $15 off your first order of ED treatment. That's GetRoman.com/wood. $15 off. And did I mention that evaluation online, that's free too, with a healthcare professional. GetRoman.com/wood. Get part of your life back. GetRoman.com/wood. Coming up in sports.
Bears come back, beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and lost Diamond and the world record, all sorts of stuff.
Okay, cool. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Keep us with you at all times. Get the Bob and Tom app now at your app store. State law.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. The NFL Sunday's game between the Bills and the Titans have been moved to Tuesday night as long as Tennessee has no more positive tests for COVID. That's according to a person with direct knowledge of the switch. The person has told reporters the NFL also is scheduling Sunday's Broncos-Patriots game for Monday night after a New England player had a smaller outbreak of COVID. And 3 games now have been postponed due to the pandemic. Pittsburgh at Tennessee in Week 3, you recall, moved to October 25th. Buffalo is scheduled to host Kansas City next Thursday, but that game is going to be rescheduled. And also a person familiar with the situation says the Tennessee Titans were told players could not gather today for any in-person activities either at the club's facility or elsewhere, a day before several players worked out at a private school. And the Patriots are missing a second straight day of practice since reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year Stephon Gilmore joined quarterback Cam Newton on the reserve COVID list. And Major League Baseball playoffs last night, American League winners Houston and the Yankees, and the National League playoffs, Atlanta and the Dodgers. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I haven't even read this win bag, but I just saw the first 5 words. I heard you 2 idiots. I'm in. But I do believe we may have corrected this at one point. It says, I heard you 2 idiots talking about Scooby-Doo sang Ruh-Roh a couple of weeks ago. I just wanted to point out, Scooby-Doo has never said Ruh-Roh in the history. It was the Jetsons' dog Astro, which we actually did discuss.
We kind of did cover that story.
Right.
He's going back to all the Scooby-Doos and checked to see if he said Ruh-Roh.
According to him, has never said Ruh-Roh ever in the history of the show.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
With us in the studio, comedian Bobcat Goldthwait is here with us. Once again, good morning, sir.
Hi, good morning.
Weren't you featured in?
Oh, yeah.
Hot to Try.
Yeah, right out of the gate, bring up my porn past.
No, that's not what I meant. I was just trying to be.
No, that's all right.
He's not.
I'm not making that up, Bob.
You don't finish a Hot to Try and go, wow, we're not going to get one better than that. No. I'm kind of.
I know you think he's being a smart aleck, but he loves talking horses. He really does.
Yeah. If I was Tom Hanks, you'd be going, hey, I really love Turner and Hooch. That's nice that you won Oscars. Do you know what I mean?
Bobcat Goldthwait is our guest. I truly did.
You like Hot to Try? All right. Well, that put me in comedy jail. That movie.
Yeah, I like goofy movies.
Now, I didn't see Phantom Menace or the Attack of the Clones because I'm 40 years old and I've been laid. So Star Wars, the Lord of the Rings, none of that stuff really. But like a jerk, I went to the Star Wars re-release and they had added a couple scenes with a computer-generated image of Jabba the Hutt, right? And like, I'm a nerd, but this audience is like uber nerds who had memorized every damn frame of the movie, and they go nuts when Jabba the Hutt shows up because he's a computer-generated Jabba the Hutt. I don't know what their beef is, but they're like going, fake. Caught us. Finally, I snap. I go, yeah, Jabba's fake. He's not like the real Chewbacca. Listen, you nerds, this is all fake. It's in outer space. None of it happened. And if it did happen, there wouldn't be any explosions because outer space is a vacuum, and that means it's void of oxygen. And in order to create a fire, you need oxygen. In fact, in real space, the sound can't even travel in a pure vacuum. You would just have spaceships silently firing missiles into other craft, and they would implode and spin off course. That's the worst thing that could happen, you nerds. Actually, that's not what I really said.
I know what you really said.
I thought, later on I'm much clever. What I really said was, have any of you nerds ever seen a vagina? Could you pick a vagina out of a police lineup? If I had a vagina and a donut and a mop, could you tell me the difference between these things? Because the day you actually see one, you're going to throw that Stormtrooper cookie jar right out the window. You're going to go, what was I thinking about? I go, I don't know. We've been trying to tell you about it for years.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
7 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy has a quick update in the forecast.
Going to be a great looking weekend. Sunshine 82 today, variable cloudiness 80 on Saturday. Mainly cloudy with a slight chance for a shower on Sunday, but still mild. 78, we have 49 now.
It's going to be an even better looking weekend if you were to, say, win an extra $1,000.
Heck yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice? Well, you got a shot at that throughout the day here. In fact, even here in the Bob and Tom Show on Q95, so pay close attention. Also, I want to remind you that this program is also on the TV, MyNDTV 23 tonight at 11:30. Get a dose of the Bob and Tom Show on TV. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here. Thank you very much for joining us with Ace, Chick. Josh is fishing today. Wonder if he's up and out there in the water yet.
Must be nice.
Got to get up early to
yeah, you got to get up early.
Catch the fish.
And he's used to getting up early, so I bet he's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
No, I bet they're all passed out. It's Josh and his brothers, Lake of the Ozarks. I bet No, Josh, I did make some T-shirts for them, the official Arnold Brothers 2020 T-shirts.
I bet there's a lot of farting on others' pillows and all sorts of stuff going on.
Shenanigans, pranks.
Yeah.
There's Willie, there's Patty G, there's Ace, I'm Tom, that's Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Did you take a good look at the shirt?
I'm looking at it right now because you mentioned it.
You said that there's
a little hidden something.
But I can't.
Is it that ring?
No, there's a little silhouette of a boat.
Oh, I can't see that.
Oh, I thought it was going to be naughty.
Yeah, I did too.
It is.
Oh.
Is it? There are two ladies on the boat.
Ooh la la.
Yes, the silhouettes of two sexy babes.
Are they?
You don't know.
I'm gonna have to look.
So in any event, hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us here on this, the 9th of September. Wait a minute. No, October, sorry.
I want to
Lost
say
my place.
September, too.
Yeah, the 9th
As well.
Well, because it's that song.
Yeah.
A day I'll always remember. Now, we have Mr. Chick McGee over at the Sports Desk, but first we have a correction.
What now? What do we do?
It begins, Dear Dummies.
No. Dear you idiots.
Yeah,
Well,
I appreciate the sentiment.
The official greeting is supposed to be, Dear you idiots.
I thought it was just you idiots.
Well, you can be nice and formal and say dear. That's, polite.
Or maybe a hello.
Polite insult is
Hello,
always
you
the
idiots.
best.
How's it going, you idiots?
I'm longing for you idiots.
Now, this involved a news story. I forget if this was yesterday or the day before.
Which one?
About because Thanksgiving is going to be smaller for many
we're
families
making
this
smaller
year.
turkeys.
The demand for smaller turkeys. Now, this particular article that I was reading said that because people are going to want smaller birds. For example, it said, here's the story. Walmart, which is the largest grocer in the United States, which I did not know.
Oh, yeah.
Walmart is featuring more boneless and bone-in turkey breasts.
Does she like the bone?
For people that don't want to cook the whole bird. But this article ends saying farmers are making adjustments, slaughtering birds earlier.
Right, so they wouldn't be as big.
So I don't know anything about turkey farming, so I just read it, not knowing how this works. Not realizing that I am an idiot. Well, I know I'm an idiot, but this comes to us from Luke.
Who's a turkey farmer?
Who's a turkey farmer.
Huh.
And no, Luke actually runs a restaurant. He goes,
which is it?
So what does he know about turkey farming?
Could I read the letter?
It's like, here's Luke from the hot dog
Luke,
stand.
allow me to.
What the hell?
Luke, allow me to. Dear dummies, especially Christy.
What?
Jeez.
No, I really don't like Luke.
Well, because I read the story, so I'm the one that looks like the idiot.
No,
He's blaming the messenger.
No, he didn't write that. I just put that in there. Because you attacked me. Sorry. He says, as a restaurant owner who cooks 4 to 8 whole turkeys every day,
and wine.
Smaller turkeys don't necessarily mean the turkey was killed at a younger age. Then he goes, Tom turkeys.
Mm-hmm. They're bigger.
Those are the boy turkeys.
Right.
They are condescending and know-it-all and trying to be the boss.
I'm such an idiot. I thought he was saying, Tom, me.
You're a turkey.
Hey, Tom, you idiot. The male turkeys are larger birds. The hens are smaller.
Are those Christie turkeys?
So
we have fun.
The hens, according to his food rep, the hens are in higher demand right now because people want smaller birds. So you're not necessarily eating a younger turkey this year. If it's smaller, you'll just be eating a female turkey.
Ooh.
Well, when I go buy my turkeys, I don't ask for a male. Do you ask for a male or female?
I make sure we have a female turkey. We have a very feminist Thanksgiving at the Griswold household. The turkey must be.
I can't remember the last turkey I got. I always get like a turkey breast and stuff, and that's for like 3 or 4 people.
Well, turkey breast, that's from the ladies.
Sure,
Yeah,
the breast.
I know turkeys can dance.
They can dance?
Yeah, turkey trot.
I fell for it.
Turkey trot.
Got it. You know what it is? He declares that. Got it, is what he did.
I was thinking about
Without warning. Without warning, we get a strike from the OmahaSteaks.com Ace Cosby joke of the day desk.
Okay,
drive-by.
Now, that's the joke. We don't have to do it later. Okay?
Well, I'm trying to learn. Does that mean it's a cis turkey? Is that the new?
Yeah, let's
not go there.
Gender fluid.
Hey, I got an email.
Wait a second. I'm not finished yet.
Sorry, my fault. Excuse me.
So he goes, keep up the good work saying stupid things. Well, thank you, Luke.
Oh, well, thanks.
And he's got, wait a minute, I got to give him a plug. It's Luke's Deli in Janesville, Wisconsin. I bet those are delicious turkey sandwiches.
Oh, I bet.
You know a
Thank you very much,
little
Luke.
silly fact about Janesville?
What?
I lost that in one of the divorces. I lost the whole state of Wisconsin, actually.
Yeah?
And I still have a parking ticket for Janesville, Wisconsin, to the tune. I'm not sure now. I don't know if it. Janesville or not.
So with interest, it could be worth maybe hundreds of dollars.
Hundreds, maybe thousands.
Don't they go out off the thing after 7 years or something? Do they?
No.
Yeah, the statute of limitations says that you can't. Dear Chick.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah.
Can you please settle a debate I'm having with everyone's favorite meme meister, Ronald McDuffin?
Yeah.
He insists that Chuck Michaels is spelled Michaelz. I tried to tell him it's Mikelz, which is correct.
Oh.
My fake name. I started out with in radio.
When you were Chuck Michaels?
Chuck Michaels, Mikelz.
Okay.
Why did you choose to spell it that way?
I wanted to be, mysterious. Maybe he's a Slav. Maybe he's from Yugoslavia. You don't know. Maybe he's Polish. He's Polish. I was going to tell people I was Polish. I had to lie already.
Why?
Why not?
What'd
I
you
don't want to
gain
be
from
a white guy, boring white guy. Huh?
There are no boring white guys from Poland?
No, they're all
No,
eccentric.
they're
drink
all
vodka.
mysterious and smoking.
They're not afraid of heights.
Whenever I think of a mystery man, I think that Lech Walesa guy. He was hilarious.
You ask anybody doing any high iron work, they get Polish people, and those guys kill it.
Absolutely.
I have a beef with you again.
Me? When I what?
Well, you were saying that there's a hidden thing on the fish shirt. It's not on the fish. It's on the boat next to the fish.
Yeah, I said there's a hidden thing on the fish shirt. You've been looking at the fish this whole time?
Yes, the whole time, because you said you made it alluded that it was on the fish.
Sorry, it's on the fish shirt.
Do you guys, I know Christy remembers this, we put some album, I forget the name of the album, but there was a Prozac pill. Hidden on the cover of the album.
Yes.
And your father went on for, I want to say weeks, but I'm sure it was months, about there was a secret hidden on the cover of the album, and he would never tell
Any
what it
fan
was.
of art history would know that Da Vinci hid secret
It's some people who were familiar with Prozac found it.
I wanted to hit you so hard because you were making such a weird deal about it.
I barely mentioned it maybe twice. I say, hey, there's something hidden on the cover.
You're such a liar.
You are a liar.
Something interesting,
Which one
maybe.
was it? It was...
Okay, well...
It's you and Bob sitting in the old folks' home, I think. Sitting in your rocking
Oh, that's
chair.
right.
We Rock?
You Guys Rock. You
You guys rock? Okay, well, there you go.
Out there somewhere in the world of antique CDs. Right now, coming up in sports, what do you got? A little teaser?
The Bears come back. We never got to the Thursday night football story. We've got motorsports. We've got a brouhaha, and it's finally happened. Yes, someone threw a bumper at someone.
Oh.
And stupid world
They just happen to have a bumper lying around.
Well, yeah, where else would you have a bumper but in motorsports?
Probably must have broken off something. Okay, we'll find about all this coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP and get your Bob and Tom fix 24/7. Get all the info in the VIP area at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The United Nations World Food Program has won the 2020 Nobel Peace Prize for its efforts to combat hunger and food insecurity around the globe. That announcement came today in Oslo. There were 318 candidates, 211 individuals, and 107 organizations. The prize comes with a $1.1 million cash award and, of course, a gold medal. Hurricane Delta has gotten stronger as it marches toward the United States Gulf Coast, now packing top sustained winds of 120 miles per hour. The devastating Category 3 storm is expected to make a likely landfall by this evening somewhere along the west Louisiana coast. And according to police, a surfer has vanished in a suspected shark attack off the Australian southwest coast. A surfboard has been found at Wiley Bay near the town of Esperance, and a search is underway for the man who'd been riding it. An ambulance service says a witness reported the attack at Kelp Beds Beach late Friday morning. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
We were sitting around the bar last Friday night just drinking and wondering what it'd be like if we picked the right numbers and hit the lottery. It was me, Bill, Sid, Harold, and Stan. Each of us had a different plan, and we all agreed how great getting rich would be.
Well, the first thing I'd do with all that cash is throw myself one hell of a bash. There'd be beer and hookers, pimps, and a circus clown. Then I'd get a new couch and reclining chair, maybe 4 mag wheels and central air. I tell ya, I'd have the classiest trailer in town. So next week when each winning number falls, I hope to see that lottery girl pulling out my balls. $1 million would sure improve our lives. We could quit our jobs and dump our wives.
Man, if I ever won that pile, I'd go to work with a great big smile. And the people that tick me off would better beware. I'd even go in late the very first day and find my boss, and here's what I'd say: Mr. Jenkins, kiss the ass of a millionaire. Then I'd find that secretary I think so cute, the one who threatened me with that harassment suit, when I told her I liked it when she wore her skirts real short. Then I'd grab her boobs, one in each hand, and kiss her, and hand her $100 grand and say, here you go, darling, we just settled out of court. So next week when each winning number falls, I hope to see that lottery chick pulling out my balls.
$1 million would sure improve our lives. We could quit our jobs and dump our wives.
Well, you wouldn't believe all the stuff that I'd get, like a mansion on the beach and a new Learjet. I'd buy a casino in Vegas and send my boy to Yale. But the casino would be a financial mess, and I'd get indicted by the IRS. Well, I'm not buying a ticket this week. I don't want to go to jail.
Well, if I won that money, I wouldn't be greedy. I'd use some of that cash to help the needy. I'd build a school for poor kids and get them all computers. The church needs money for their charities. Doctors need money to cure disease. But that last 10 grand's for my wife. She needs big new Hooters. So next week when each winning number falls, I hope to see that lottery girl pulling out my balls.
$1 million would sure improve our lives. We could quit our jobs and dump our wives.
7:02 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has a quick forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by Karat. Sunny 82, variable cloudiness Saturday 80, 78 on Sunday, but mainly cloudy. Currently 51.
Coming up, of course, the shoe-in of the week. And if you're a shoe-in, you got to get some action. And who's the action man? It's Chick McGee.
Speaking of the shoe-in, it's FanDuel. Now's the time to play same-game parlays on FanDuel Sportsbook. It's simple. Combine multiple bets from one game into a single parlay. That way, the payouts are even bigger when you win. And FanDuel will refund the first same-game parlay you lose on any NFL game each week up to $10. Check out the same-game parlay for this Sunday's Colts-Cleveland game. You'll get $10 back if you don't win. And if you don't already have a FanDuel account, just use the promo code WFBQ when you sign up so they know we sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code WFBQ. Must be 21 or older and present in Indiana. Refunds issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $10. Terms apply. If you've got a gambling problem, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Yes, now in Indiana, that's FanDuel.
Thank you very much. Speaking of money, remember we had money for something? Now it's money for something else, whatever you want. That's right. You could be a winner of $1,000. Pay close attention throughout the day on Q95 for your shot at $1,000. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We'll do it by height. Ace Cosby, our engineer and the proprietor of the OmahaSteaks.com Ace Cosby joke of the day is right over there.
I think Willie might be the tallest. He's pretty tall.
Maybe Chick, maybe Willie. I'm Tom. I think we're all hovering at 6'1", I think, for Chick.
Look at that. Yeah.
Then we have Christy Lee at what, 4'11", and then
5 feet. Give
Pat
me a
Godwin.
credit.
Yeah.
Although at my age, I probably have shrunk a little.
What are you,
bit.
Pat? 5'7"?
5'8".
5'8". Okay. Well, Pat, once again, Pat has agreed to have his facial hair shaved into a pencil-thin mustache next week.
I agreed.
Yeah,
you did.
He's
ready to go. I'll do it.
Okay.
Just to think of
groceries for a week.
Okay, all right.
I think I'll give him an extra 100 if he shaves it himself. That's what I want to see.
No, you won't do it.
That's what I want to see. $200.
Get a Harry's razor and go at it.
Can you imagine? It's, oh my God.
It's got to be the thing about a pencil-thin mustache. It has to be absolutely perfect.
He could do it
because it makes a statement. It makes a statement that you're a narcissist and an egomaniac.
Well, he's going to have to keep it up, so he needs to learn how to do it.
2 days.
Oh.
He only has to have it for 2 days, but it has to be dyed jet black. What's the stuff you used to dye your beard with? What's that called?
Medium ash brown, yeah.
What's the name of it, though?
L'Oreal.
Okay.
5A.
What's the commercial that the really sexist commercial where the ladies walk in the bar and
Keith Hernandez?
Yeah. Is that still on? Look
at this guy. He's never going to get to first base.
And welcome to Objectifying Women. Hi, I'm Keith Hernandez. Well, Pat, we're working on that. Now, you've been working on a song.
Yeah.
We gave you the assignment for the Pat Godwin song of the day today. It's a news story about
alpaca?
About an office that has an alpaca. Any progress on that?
I finished it. It may be a little dodgy musically.
Well, we'll give you some time. There's no rush.
To do it now.
We won't do it right now. We do have Mr. McGee across the way at the sports desk. What's going on?
A late 38-yard field goal by Cairo Santos. That's right. Lifted the Bears to a 20-19 victory last night over Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Cairo's brother's much better.
What?
Klaus Santos.
Klaus Santos Klaus.
Santos Klaus when you put last name first.
Jesus.
You got to do a lot of work on that joke.
That is exhausting. How much work
I like a joke that you have to work hard on that has no payoff.
You leave a lot up to the listener.
No. I understand that there's no payoff.
I just got my 10,000 steps in with that joke. Oh, my gosh. That is an exhausting joke.
That's a better joke than mine.
That's a wonderful joke, Willie.
There's something special about this team, Coach Matt Nagy said. We find ways to win, and it's not always pretty. We totally understand that. This is a big win for us. This is how he said it after the game. He's in the locker room screaming. We're 4-1. Every win's crucial. I'm proud of our coaches and players for that. The Bears, listen to this.
Yeah.
Marked the third win of the season after trailing by double digits, which is tied for the most in the team's first 5 games in NFL history, according to the research by the Elias Sports Bureau, formerly Big Boy Sports Bureau.
Now, slow down. Do you get that
Eagles.
joke? Hang on.
What?
Does anyone get that joke but me?
I have.
Okay, I'll handle this one. Pat, you get it?
Or Bob, Sports Bureau.
I don't get it.
Elias, the Big Boy franchises.
Frisch's Big Boy.
There's Frisch's, there's Elias, there's Manners.
Elias.
There's Manners.
There's
out
Bob's.
west, it's Bob's Big Boy.
Okay.
They have different sort of regional franchises.
Oh, wait, Big Boy, like with the statue, the guy that looks like me, kind of holding his thing up?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Holding his hamburger
To me,
up,
the greatest moment in cinema in the last 30 years is when you see the Big Boy flying in outer space.
People say they have delicious food at reasonable prices.
That's by Clint Howard. Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's pretty good.
At 4-1, the Bears still do not resemble a true Super Bowl contender, though, but Nagy's on his way for hopefully getting a playoff berth. Major League Baseball.
Why would they say that? How do they know?
How do they know?
4-1's great. Why don't you just enjoy it?
Maybe he's just putting the carrot out
Who's
there.
the jackass going, well, they're not good.
The coach said that.
Head coach.
Oh, no.
Don't call it. Rule number 1, show up on time. Rule number 2, do not call the coach a jackass.
I mean, why lower the expectations? Hey, fellas, you're doing great. You're 4-1. Sorry.
And now I'm 16-9 on the shoe-in of the week because, as I said yesterday, the Dodgers have swept the Padres. That's right. They win 12-3 last night. So suck on it, Padre fans.
Wow.
Yeah, I lived in San Diego.
You know,
they
they're
don't
named.
get excited about anything.
They're named after priests. You know.
So when I say suck it, Padre,
Really
that's probably
a little awkward.
Yeah.
A little awkward on a holy day.
That's a movie.
Is it a holy day? October 9th?
Holy day, is it?
All Fridays are good as far as I'm concerned.
I like that. That was pretty fun,
It's
actually.
a feast of some saint, but I don't know which one.
Why wouldn't it be?
The Braves sweep the Marlins as well. Houston, the only team that's ever cheated in baseball, over Oakland, 3-1. They wrapped that up. And the
Do you want to
Yankees.
explain that to Willie?
The Astros? I think he knows about the Astros situation.
No, he knows that the Astros
Banging on trash
the
cans
whole
and
Morse
sending
code
signals.
thing with the trash cans.
Oh, sure, yeah. They're cheaters. Only team, actually, to ever cheat.
Yeah,
in the
oh,
league.
exactly
a
right.
chick thinks it's okay.
I don't think it's okay. I think it's they can't take that away from you. They can't.
They're not going to take it away.
And then the Red Sox kind of sort of was cheating, and that went away for some reason. East Coast media.
Oh, is that what it is?
Bias.
You know whose feast day it is today? St. Dennis. I didn't even know there was a St. Dennis.
See, if of all the saints, I want to be
he
friends
has the
with
cow
Saint
links.
Dennis.
It's probably
And that saint is a menace.
It's probably Denis because he's from Paris, but Denis, St. Dennis.
Everybody named Dennis had to really hate it when that comic strip came out.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
Why do I
have an Uncle Dennis, Denny.
Uncle Danny. Why do I
He's a big
remember
listener.
the Dennis the Menace theme song?
When you were a kid, it was.
I never watched it.
It was probably on in the afternoons, reruns already.
Maybe. Hey, Mr. Wilson.
Jay North.
You didn't watch Dennis the Menace?
Your Lipitor's here. No, I never did.
I like Dennis the Menace.
Yankees.
It
and
taught me
Tampa Bay,
about death.
All tied up at 2
Why?
I
apiece.
taught you about death.
Yeah, I was a little kid and had never experienced death. And then
Who died on the show?
the guy that played Mr. Wilson died, so they had to bring in a different guy.
I believe
my mom had to explain it to me, and I thought, wait, well, that's a jip.
And I don't know how I know this. I think they brought in Mr. Mooney, Gail Gordon. I think.
And it didn't work. It was no. I mean, I guess the best one ever, the best sub probably was Bewitched. I think
Darren and Darren.
The Darren.
No explanation.
Yeah, but the first Darren didn't die, but recently, I think, like 4 or 5 years ago, I think.
Why did he get kicked off the show?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think he had issues.
I think personal
I like the
activities.
first one better, I got to
possibly,
tell you.
I never gave it a lot of thought.
Really?
He was quite the actor, though. He was in Inherit the Wind, Dick York.
Okay. Well,
You didn't like Bewitched? Paul Lynn? Come on.
well, the Paul Lynde episodes were great, and of course, we happen
Agnes Moorehead.
to have one of the finest Paul Lynde impersonators on the planet.
I was such a fan.
A man is a young man who met the great Paul Lynde.
Yeah,
and I do mean great.
Drove him around for a week.
Go watch Bye Bye Birdie. The man's a genius.
Kids.
You drove him around. It was the Kenley Players. You
Yeah, in Ohio, when I was like 18 years old.
Does Paul Lynde do the song Kids?
Yeah.
Good God.
Oh, with the Ed Sullivan song.
And how
We're
does
gonna
that
be
go?
We're gonna be on Ed Sullivan.
I have no memory of that.
Oh,
It's in Bye Bye
really,
Birdie.
That really is Take Homer. Yeah. You hum that all the way in the
Boy,
car.
that is
all the way home in
knee
the car.
slapper.
Well,
An Italian go-kart driver, a go-kart driver, has quit the sport after he allegedly, according to reports, threw a bumper at his rival.
Ooh.
After crashing at the karting KZ World Championships in Lonato, Italy. Sunday, Luca Corberi threw his bumper at a fellow competitor, Paolo Ippolito, as he was speeding around the track with the other racers.
Yikes.
The 23-year-old said, I have decided not to take part in any other motorsport competition for the rest of my life.
What?
I will kill you. There are no excuses to explain why I've done such a disgraceful act. I will kill myself.
Glad he wasn't a fencer.
Fencer?
I would have stabbed the guy to death.
Yeah.
Don't throw your sword at the guy.
Don't they have a little thing on the end so it couldn't hurt you?
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Like a little point.
Felt thing.
Yeah, but you could. They've on occasion they break.
Yeah, they put felt on the bumpers, Pat. That's
Don't they?
right.
What do they put on those things?
No, on the edge of a sword, on the end of a sword,
Yeah, but-
when you're fencing.
But if
It's an electronic.
You can still occasionally they'll break, and then you can just stab the guy.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Tom, how do you know so much about fencing?
Were you a fencer?
We took it in gym class in college.
In the chest?
Boy, what a silver spoon existence.
Is there pictures of you in the
I also
outfit?
took squash.
What a 50s
From the farmer's market.
sitcom. Hi, Pop. Are you home? Oh, jeez.
This is the Dennis. This is a great theme song.
Hey, Mr. Wilson. I've got an AK.
Oh, he takes out Mr. Wilson. You are a bad man.
Kid's a menace.
To society.
Now, Pat, I got a special request.
Wait till your father gets home.
Even then, when I know,
Next week.
that's really aggressive, calling him a menace.
Next week, every day in the Bob and Tom Show.
Yes.
We've talked about this many times. I want to. The premise, of course, is that the best television theme songs are the ones that explain how the show goes.
According to you.
Oh, no, I love that. Gilligan's Island is the best example. They tell you what's going to happen in the show.
However, hummable theme songs for TV shows, I think, have gone by the wayside.
Yeah, I agree.
They have,
That's right. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to take instrumental theme songs to shows, like, for example, Dennis the Menace, and put words on them.
Okay.
Do the same thing for, like, CSI.
That sounds fun.
Well, it already has. Who are you? I think. Who are you?
Rockford Files.
Who are you, CSI? One of them.
Well, whatever.
They're all Who songs. Yeah, that's true. I forgot.
Well, let's. Why don't we defeat the premise now, and we'll figure out a way to do
Hey,
it.
Mr. Griswold!
He is a menace,
He's a menace!
and his neighbor's named Tommy and
Mr. Wilson.
How's Jay North doing? Is he okay?
I don't know. Is
Did he
still
go
around?
into adult cinema or something?
No, I don't think so.
One of them
I think
did.
he's one of the few that really came out of it okay.
No kidding.
Yeah, there aren't a lot of them.
I know he always has to sleep facing north.
You know who came out of it the best of all those kid actors? Elroy.
Ron Howard.
Ron Howard's great, of course, but Elroy from
Elroy Jetson?
Jetsons.
Oh,
Yeah, he's doing great. Yeah, he's a cartoon.
Wasn't the Jetsons the first?
Making phone calls over there. Let's see.
I'm looking up Jay North.
Wasn't the Jetsons the first, reality programming? They were a real family, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I don't think Jay's doing as well as you think. His net worth is only $500,000.
That's not bad.
Holy
Wow.
hell. We could all get together and buy and sell Jay North. Let's do it.
I could give you a list of 10 child actors that their net worth is 6 feet underground along with their corpses.
Well, good point.
Let's move forward, shall we? If that light blinking on your dashboard says engine, you're going, oh, there goes my day.
Normally, you're terrified, but not if you have Car Shield. They offer a wide range of protection plans that can save you thousands for a covered repair, which means that check engine light is a lot less scary when it comes and flashes. It scares you, especially in October and Halloween. You have the freedom to choose your favorite mechanic or dealership to do the work, and Car Shield gets the rest taken care of. Even if your car breaks down while you're traveling, the choice of a repair shop is still up to you. And on top of that, there's no long-term contracts or commitments. Payments are flexible, and Car Shield plans are customizable to your exact needs. Car Shield has helped over 1 million drivers. That's why they're America's #1 auto protection company. Get coverage today, right now, and see why Car Shield cars go farther. Call 1-800-665-2157 and mention the code TOM. Or now on your computer, visit carshield.com and use the code TOM to save 10%. That's Car Shield. Use the code TOM. A deductible may apply at Car Shield.
Thank you very much, Car Shield. Pat, I was thinking maybe Peter Gunn.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Maybe some of the really great instrumental themes.
Peter. Don't
give it away. Done. That one's done.
Oh, okay, sorry.
One.
Mark that one done.
Yeah, well, Josh will be surprised.
Yes.
I'm glad. But Mr. North is still alive, though, by the way.
Yeah, he lives in Florida, apparently.
Jay North, not Peter North.
Yes, Jay.
Is he still alive?
Peter North,
brothers,
I
I
think,
think.
directs now, I think, or something.
Or is it he directs?
I think.
Porn movies have
Well,
directors?
He definitely faces
What does a
the
porn
door.
movie director
They have
do?
a director.
I don't know. I listen to Josh when he talks,
I imagine put it in is big.
To the left.
Put it in.
We'll be right back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Navy Federal Credit Union entertainment news. Dave Grohl will introduce the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions during this year's virtual ceremony. Musicians who will participate in the tributes to the inductees include Luke Bryan, Miley Cyrus, Don Henley, Billy Idol, Iggy Pop, Alicia Keys, Brad Paisley, The Boss, Bruce Springsteen, Ringo Starr, Gwen Stefani, and others. This year's inductees are Depeche Mode, the Doobie Brothers, Whitney Houston, 9 Inch Nails, the Notorious B.I.G., and T-Rex. They'll be shown November 7th on HBO. The most expensive version of a new pinball machine based on Guns N' Roses sold out within 2 hours of its announcement, according to manufacturer Jersey Jack. The GNR Not In This Lifetime machine is their quote-unquote greatest hit after selling 500 of the collector's edition for $12,500 each. Lesser versions sell for $9,500 and $6,750. Slash himself visited the manufacturer this week to give the game a try. He calls it insane. Slash and Duff McKagan narrate the in-game action. And Stevie Nicks will be releasing a new concert film and DVD. Stevie Nicks' 24 Karat Gold, the concert, was filmed during her 2016 tour. It will be released to select theaters and drive-ins on October 21st, then released digitally on October 30th. And if you are a Stevie Nicks fan, she's also working on a TV miniseries based on the legend of Rhiannon. Nicks wrote that 1975 song about a Welsh goddess named Rhiannon. The miniseries will be based on the adaptation of her story, Rhiannon's story, written by author Evangeline Walton. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Let's talk to our guest, Tom Foss. Tom, tell us about your life. You married, single? What's going on?
Married, very happily married. I got a friend going through a midlife crisis. You know anyone like that?
Oh, yeah.
And he's asking me what he should do.
Oh, yeah.
And I keep telling him cheating is like growing pot.
Like growing pot?
You can do it and get away with it, but you can't ever tell anyone.
Ever. Anybody.
Get sick, turn my stomach, throw up, chuck.
22 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
She's Christy Lee, and she's got the weather forecast.
I do. Your weekend weather brought to you by Karat. Sunshine 82, partly cloudy tonight down to 60. Variable cloudiness Saturday, high 80. And then mainly cloudy Sunday with just a slight chance for a shower, high 78. 51 right now.
51!
Speaking of chances,
away from
could you
60.
be quiet? Speaking of chances, your shot at $1,000 coming up on Q95. Also, we got some news about some TV stuff. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. It's great to be here on this, the 9th of October. Coming up, the Ace Cosby joke of the day. Friday, always a great day for the Ace Cosby joke of the day. Always. Have you noticed that? No, I haven't either. Ace is at the omahasteaks.com. Ace Cosby joke of the day desk. Chick McGee's across the way wrapping up sports. This is Tom speaking. Christy Lee has a sweater on that looks like my Aunt Marg's old couch.
Yep.
And Willie Griswold is over there, and he and Pat apparently have both joined the Army.
We're going to war.
Hi, fellas. Okay.
What is the color today? There's a little olive in my jacket, too. I forgot.
Now, real quick, Pat, we had a news story last week, earlier this week, actually, and I thought this guy was great. You guys were making fun of him.
What guy?
He's a grandpa, and
that could be anybody.
Yeah.
You think a lot of
I'm
things are
narrowing
great.
it.
Honestly, I'm kind of anti-grandpa. I'll say it. I'm not afraid.
Grandpas can suck it.
Your grandpa, get out of here.
Let me see now. How many grandpas do you have left?
Well, I had none.
That'd be zero.
None initially.
Dad's a grandpa.
Yeah.
He is a grandpa. Oh, yeah. How you doing, Gramps? Good to see you over there. Looking good.
I'm a grandpa.
This grandpa, a great guy, Steve Dobbs, Fullerton, California. He created Dobbs
Disney.
Land 10 years ago for his grandkids. He built a miniature Disney World at his house.
If anything, it's depressing.
A pair of Jolly Roger pirate ships made for his grandsons. He took his doll's wife collection
and I
to
might
make
say,
Tiny World, and it is.
I might add, It's a Small World is terrifying.
Yes.
Okay,
it's the scariest thing you've ever seen.
It's pretty bad.
What's wrong with you?
It's the maker of nightmares.
They can do a horror version of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids where they have to ride this tiny world.
I bet his grandkids love it.
Of course they do.
Oh, it's great.
What a cool guy.
Mommy, I don't want to go to Grandpa's again.
Oh, jeez. What's wrong with you? The little kids would love this. It's the best, especially in a year when Disney World and Disneyland are kind of half operating, if at all. So, yeah, this is a cool guy.
You know,
good for you, buddy.
Guy, Men in Black from Disney are going to show up. He's right near Disney, right? Fullerton?
Yes.
Is that the guy? Yeah.
And he calls, what is it? He took his wife's doll collection and made Tiny World, it says.
Tiny World.
That doesn't sound terrifying at all.
We saw pictures of it. It's terrifying.
No, it's... Now, Pat, you've written a song about this?
Yeah, can you hear the piano okay?
Yes.
Piano Man.
Oh. It's a world of shrinkage and miniature within Grandpa's backyard perimeter. It's Disneyland confined inside the property line. It's a small world. It's a small world after all. The princess castle's not that tall. A garden hose, a splash mountain's waterfall. It's a small world.
I love it.
That's great. Oh, this guy's fantastic.
Okay, they have a picture of one of his grandchildren in one of the roller coaster cars. You tell me, is that joy or fear?
You're supposed to be scared on a roller coaster.
He's
now. That's the one thing I'd be a little bit. I don't know.
Leery of a roller coaster.
Yeah, a homemade roller coaster. I like the ones where they got the engineers there and they're.
Well, it's very small. I think you'd be fine even if you fell off.
I don't know. I could see that severing an arm.
Didn't we read this one? This is.
And now, seconds ago, he was talking to us about stop. This guy's amazing.
No, he's great. I'm kidding. I guess he's building. Oh, this article says he's building a haunted mansion.
Yeah, that's his
awesome.
That's his next project.
Now, speaking of dolls, yesterday we had this story. This is very important. I'm a big fan of the American Girl dolls. If you're not familiar with those, they come with a backstory, and my little girls love them.
Yeah.
Especially Finn. She's 7.
Now they have this.
Yesterday they came out with the
Susan B. Anthony Barbie.
Yes, the Susan B. Anthony Barbie.
And a line called Barbie Inspiring Women.
Which is great.
It also has Amelia Earhart and, of course, Mexican painter Frida Kahlo.
Well, we got Finn, the Amelia Earhart doll. I have looked everywhere. I cannot find it at my house. And then I took the Susan B. Anthony doll and tried to have her vote, and they wouldn't let her.
Oh.
What the hell's wrong with you? But she's got a string on. I pulled it and it said, "Voting is hard."
Yeah.
It's the new Susan B. Anthony.
That days it is.
Yeah, that's a reference to a Math is Hard joke from
long
50
time
years
ago.
Okay, thank you.
Not that long ago.
You
And I have crates full of that
controversy?
American Girl stuff.
Was it a commercial, Math is Hard?
No, it was a Barbie doll. You pulled the string and it said, "Math is hard."
Oh, really?
Yeah, implying that young women weren't good at math.
Oh, it made me mad.
That's so crazy. I didn't know I was a young woman. I'm terrible at math. That's
Yeah, I am too.
You should be great at math.
Why?
Genetically, I was great at math. My father was a math.
I hate it when
Genetically.
parents tell kids this.
My father was a math teacher
Well,
for a while.
excuse me that I missed the mark once again.
I'm sure it was probably a lack of effort.
I'm sure Sam's great at math.
Well, you know Sam. Sam can read great because he can read the video. Yes, great. Sam's so great. I get it. Everybody loves Sam. Oh, he lost weight and he can cook now too.
Hang on a
Hey,
second.
chick, you seen Sam's sous vide machine?
No, I
yeah, he
haven't,
cooks it
but
right
I'd
there in the
like
water
to.
and then he grills it like a jackass, and I feel like and it tastes delicious.
Yeah, he's good.
It tastes so great.
Is there any way we could have Sam come in?
Yeah, sure. Sam
I mean,
come in.
Willie can stay here if he wants.
Sam's
It's up to
sleeping
him.
right now. He's up all
Willie's having a breakdown already.
I'm fine.
Are you sure this isn't my kid? Are you sure Willie's not?
I'm not sure.
You guys know Sam went to NYU. He got into a very elite school.
Sure.
there. They can
Look at
pick
that
their own
head of hair
majors.
on Willie.
Yeah.
Have you seen Sam?
You went to a great college. My daughter attends the same one.
It's a great school. I love
Sam
it.
dyed his
daughter
hair.
went to
Dyed
that
his hair
school.
blonde.
She did.
Sam dyed his hair blonde.
I've seen it, yes.
Yeah.
Very weird.
No, it's rock and rolling.
So he walks into the house. Let's make it a holiday. Just to have fun. He comes in, Dad, how you doing? Happy holidays. Wow, your hair's weird. Is that what you say? Is that what you said?
That's exactly what he says.
Exactly.
I said, "What I say? Your hair's weird. What's going on?"
What's wrong with you?
I called him yesterday about Thanksgiving.
And then on the phone, you go, "Your hair's still weird." You do that?
I caught it. So listen, Thanksgiving, what are we going to do? We just had this story about how everyone wants smaller turkeys because Thanksgiving you can't have everybody in because of all this COVID stuff. Sorry. And yeah, he's.
What's he going to do? Is he?
Well,
gonna...
he won't let Willie in his house.
Yeah,
Willie lives next door.
I'm sure that he and Pauline will have a lovely Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
So he said he'll make a roast, bring it over, drop it off, and then go back.
Oh,
home.
I'm fine with that. I love that. Drop-off
He's a great
service.
cook, so.
I got curbside pickup.
this
right
is
at home
gonna
with my
Drop the
brother.
roast off at Willie's or at your house?
My house. I'm the middleman. I bring it to them.
He has to cook it at Willie's.
Do you slice off a hunk?
I slice off a hunk.
For the
He said
homeboy?
at Willie's house, but he doesn't let Willie in his house. But
His house was built whatever year the house he lives in was built.
Most houses are like
It's got a built-in oven that's a size they don't make anymore.
Right.
I'm not kidding.
I know. I've been there.
Like
yeah.
too big or too small?
Too small. So to get a new oven, he'd have to take a wall out. It's really complicated. So he'd have to cook it. The point being, everybody has to. This year is going to be an odd Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause you
glad
can't
it's
have-
my off year. I don't have to worry about it.
So help me God.
Oh, you don't have to cook this year?
So help me.
It's my
I
off
am-
year, too.
I am
Yeah.
stopping by Tom's on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I
I'm
haven't-
coming over as soon as I get the code to the gate. I'm coming over.
Come
Tom
on by.
doesn't know the code to the gate.
Willie
He
does.
I know it.
You
I
know the
it.
code?
Yep, I'll say it right here. I don't care.
He doesn't care. He doesn't give a damn. He's rebelling because you like Sam better. Well done, boy. Yes, go for it.
It's not that I like Sam better. He's just objectively smarter.
Oh boy.
I was just saying, you're probably good at math. You probably just never tried.
I didn't try.
So that implies what he said earlier, just an incredible lack of effort.
So here's the thing. He's right. That's the first. I didn't really try at math. I didn't care at school until I got to study stuff that I liked. You know what I'm? Is that?
I'm with you on that one.
And Pat, are you doing math with your son?
Yeah, we're having some issues. Yeah, he doesn't like it either.
I was doing math with my 7-year-old, and I know
they
this
changed all the math.
why do they change how you do it about every 7 years?
know.
Have you done? They're drawing lines. Or
Yeah, I don't
something?
get it.
And you're-
Flashcards are now triangular. Have you seen this?
What?
Yeah, that's it.
That's your beef about
No, everything is my
the
beef.
new math.
What? So you don't just do 4 + 2 is 6?
Try to say carry the 1, and they don't do that anymore. Well, what do they do with the 1?
What do they do with the 1?
I don't know. I guess you're supposed to shove it in your ass.
Shove it.
I don't know what the hell they're doing.
He's teaching math to a 7-year-old.
And again,
what it started off with.
I do think that's a funny line. I don't think you should have said it's a Finley last night. I do think that was inappropriate.
I mean, everybody knows
I said
comedy's
bottom.
comedy.
Put it in your bottom.
Can I wrap up sports, please? I got
Thank
2
God.
stories to do.
We never finished the one about the guy heaving the bumper at the guy that had hit him.
Yes, we did. He says he's disgraced and never going to race again.
I'm never going to race again.
I'm a never.
That's pretty cool, though. You got to be mad. I mean, I've seen a race car driver go onto the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and flip off. Little Al.
I
Ammo.
know.
Yeah, great moment in sports.
There are a lot of NASCAR moments that are.
Yeah, but has anybody ever taken a part
Thrown a
from
helmet?
their car and heaved it at a...
I don't think so.
That would be really dangerous if you took a NASCAR part and threw it at a car going by at 200 miles
Of course, it would be
an hour.
dangerous.
So I just thought it was kind of humorous.
If you're playing the Bob and Tom home game, do a shot. I just sighed. Okay.
First of all, it's a go-kart. How big a bumper is on a go-kart anyway?
You can get very, very hurt on a go-kart.
I know, believe me.
Get a bumper to the face.
Yeah.
Those things are flying by. This guy missed a great opportunity, though. He could probably call the Mako people and get a sponsorship. They fix broken cars.
Oh, okay. I'm like.
Your car.
Do you remember who Mako's...
Well, he's just ripped it apart. They're a body shop.
Remember who Mako's spokesperson was for a while there?
Who?
Charo.
Really?
She
I
was?
do not remember that.
That's the way I remember it.
Charo.
Gucci goo.
Wasn't she Fixident?
Coogie.
What did she ever do but be on Johnny Carson?
Classical guitar. She played guitar. Yeah,
Okay.
That's about it. Really.
Very well, too. I'm
Big
sorry.
call for that.
And finally in sports.
Staff at Bryant-Denny, or is it Bryant-Denny Stadium in Alabama, have reunited a woman with her lost diamond the day after Alabama's win over Texas A&M.
It's a great story.
They received a call from a woman who said she'd lost the diamond from her wedding ring at the game.
They found it?
And now, of course, Alabama law, she has to be divorced until she can find her wedding ring. Officials from the school went in search of the lost jewel. That kind of rhymes. In the section where the woman had been sitting. Within 30 minutes, staff member Ms. Victoria Giatine had discovered the lost diamond. She said, I just started from row 1 of that section.
She's not necessarily kind of an Italian.
It's Italian sports. I like it today.
This is in This is in Alabama.
Yeah, but her name is Victoria Giatine.
She probably talks like
I
this.
kill you.
Probably very sweet lilt.
Tom Griswold.
Vendetta.
I just found a diamond.
I hate the Tom Griswold, but I love a roll tide.
Roll the tide. I just started looking row by row, and I was huffing and puffing up there. I got to the top row, and I looked down. I couldn't believe it. The diamond was just laying there.
All the way at the top of the stadium.
Yeah, that's something.
So you'd think if she's got a diamond that big, she'd have better seats.
Wow, it is big. Holy crap.
Really?
Yeah, it's not small.
Is it so big it's got to be fake? Is that the deal?
No, it's big.
No, I'd say
there's a picture of
2 to 3 carats. It's
the
a
picture.
nice size.
I should have described this. The picture,
Yeah.
Christy, she is way, way, way at the top.
Way up, and she's holding it in her hand, and it's pretty substantial.
And I guess she put the just when she first found it, she took the picture, stuck it on social media, and it went nuts.
Yeah, section U4 double N row 29. She is up there.
Those my old Cleveland Brown seats were like triple Z. We were one row from the top where you could look back over to the parking lot. So
this is the second story about a wedding ring in a football stadium we had. We had the other one, Darius Leonard lost his wedding ring in his glove. Remember when he threw it to a fan?
Well, that's right, yeah.
He got it back, right?
He got it back, yeah. But that one, I mean, it was in his glove. He was a player. I mean, maybe I don't know why he was wearing his glove under his wedding ring under his glove. But this one, why was she taking her wedding ring off in the stadium? I mean, I don't know how it fell off.
No, it fell out. It fell out of the setting.
Diamond fell out.
Got it. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So you're not even looking for a ring. You're looking for just the
a loose diamond, and they found it.
Yes.
But again, as Christy pointed out, it's huge.
Well, yeah, it's not bad at all.
That's incredible. Wow.
Okay.
That is incredible.
All right. Now, Pat, how's your song challenge going over there?
We're done, and I'm going to add Dean to the mix.
Oh, really? Oh, get a little bit of bass?
No.
Oh.
A little bit of guitar.
What was that?
That was a guitar.
Dean playing his guitar.
That's a guitar.
What kind of guitar is it?
Oh, you're in there. I can't see you in there.
Hi.
Okay, there we go.
Hi. So we're doing the alpaca story now, right?
I guess. Okay. We'll come back with that, as a matter of fact.
Oh.
We have a couple of other things I did.
We got one world record in sports.
Oh.
Go ahead. Do it right now.
Right now?
Yeah.
All right. Stupid world record. A middle schooler in Tennessee has become the youngest person to achieve nuclear fusion.
What? That's a world record?
On purpose?
According to sources from Guinness, they say they verified it. Just hours before his 13th birthday, Jackson Oswald fused together 2 deuterium atoms using a fuser he had built in the playroom of his family's home in Memphis. His achievement has been verified by Fuser.net, the open source fuser research consortium.
Jesus.
Look at this kid. He's
I bet
a genius.
he's already gotten
Look at this kid. Look at it looks like you're inside of a radio transmitter.
Oh my gosh.
He's got all this scientific stuff. He's got a white coat. This
That
kid
makes me angry that a 13-year-old smarter than me. That pisses me off.
Oh my God! Yeah, I hope this guy does not have any siblings. Could you imagine being his younger
kid,
sibling?
No.
He's either going to be.
Look at that snotty little brat.
He's going to be a great supervillain, or
Or a
he'll be
Nobel
at
Prize
MIT
winner.
creating the next.
Yes.
What a great kid! Wow.
Does fusion, then he loses his hair, turns into Lex Luthor.
Yeah, it's like
I'm going to rule
becomes
the
a supervillain.
This makes me, me and the bomb. I love nuclear, and I almost understand nuclear fusion, but this guy does understand it. Son of a man.
And can you buy all the stuff you need to do nuclear? I mean,
in Tennessee, don't they have a reclamation project there for plutonium or uranium?
Sure.
One of them, in Tennessee.
Was it Oak
Ridge?
Oak Ridge.
I don't know where you get the stuff for that. I would think it would be very hard to come by.
It's down at the Kroger. You get that?
Hi there, I'm here for my curbside pickup. Yes, the uranium.
I mean,
in Tennessee, I don't think rural
I mean, I have the
came.
Second Amendment. I understand the Second Amendment thoroughly, but can you build your own nuclear weapon? Is that okay?
Well, it's only hop, skip, and a jump from nuclear fusion to a
Can't we
bomb.
regulate this?
Man.
That's pretty amazing. Can you
I bet he won the science fair.
Can you mention being his mom?
No.
What's his name again?
Can you imagine Willie dragging his volcano into the science fair? And here comes this guy.
I did kind of the classic
Jack
vinegar and
achieved
baking
nuclear
soda.
fusion.
That's right. You got baking soda here, and it mimics lava flow.
Well, we don't have to use the power company anymore. We have a nuclear reactor in the den.
Thanks to our son, we're off the grid.
We're selling it to the whole neighborhood. Now he's working on a solution for the wedgie that he's going to get.
Well, and as I understand it, which is about half, this is a pretty small configuration to achieve fusion. I mean, that's it.
The other picture I have is a whole bunch more equipment to the right. But
Good for this kid.
No kidding.
That's impressive.
Can anything go wrong doing this? I mean,
what do you mean? Can anything go right? Is the question.
I mean, well, he's like a mini Chernobyl, and
you mean other than your hair falling out, or you're getting liver cancer, or
once again, Willie did the baking soda volcano. This kid, nuclear fusion. Okay, good. We'll come right back. We've got the new song from Pat and Dean. Apparently, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules, or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. The NFL Sunday's game between the Bills and the Titans have been moved to Tuesday night as long as Tennessee has no more positive tests for COVID. That's according to a person with direct knowledge of the switch. The person has told reporters the NFL also is scheduling Sunday's Broncos-Patriots game for Monday night after a New England player had a smaller outbreak of COVID. And 3 games now have been postponed due to the pandemic. Pittsburgh at Tennessee in Week 3, you recall, moved to October 25th. Buffalo is scheduled to host Kansas City next Thursday, but that game is going to be rescheduled. And also a person familiar with the situation says the Tennessee Titans were told players could not gather today for any in-person activities either at the club's facility or elsewhere, a day before several players worked out at a private school. And the Patriots are missing a second straight day of practice since reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year Stephon Gilmore joined quarterback Cam Newton on the reserve COVID list. And Major League Baseball playoffs last night, American League winners Houston and the Yankees, and the National League playoffs, Atlanta and the Dodgers. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Well, Allie, you better scour your phone, get off the naughty
Yes.
pics.
I will.
Just remember, every time you take a nude picture and send it to a boy, your dad loses a year of his life.
Oh my gosh.
So you're slowly murdering your father. I want you to know that.
And Josh
He would
knows
have been
that
dead
because
for 100
sadly
years by
his
now.
dad is gone.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Sit down, my sons, I've something to say, like my father told me on his dying day. And now to my own sons I pass this along, for my time is at hand, and soon I'll be gone. Gets you, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I've tried to teach you what's right and what's wrong. Be upright, be honest, be brave and be strong. Be kind and be true to the good friends you've made, and never turn down a chance to get laid. To the big ones, the small ones, the short ones, the tall ones, the skags and the hags, the free and the paid. To the rich ones, the poor ones, the drunk on the floor ones. If they're ugly, son, pull down the shade. But never turn down a chance to get laid. Boys, now I lay here, my body is broke. I pray that you're heeding these last words I've spoke. And as I meet my maker, I thank him for the chance for me getting into all of your mother's pants. To the hot ones, the cold ones, the young ones, the old ones, the street-walking hooker, the cook or the maid. To the punks and the junkies, the grumpies, the frumpies. It's your father's dying crusade. Boys, never turn down a chance to get laid. The sleazy, the easy, the smelly, the greasy, the smutty, the slutty, the chubby ones too. Do the classic two-bagger, the two-legged tail wagger. And boys, you will know when you're through, when you've found one you love who loves you. But till you do the black ones, the white ones, the loose ones, the tight ones, the freaks and the geeks, the uniques, the antiques. Do the nasty and mean, the obese, the obscene, but never turn down a chance. Always go for the pants, never turn down a chance to get laid.
Thank you. 746 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Told you to pay attention. Hope you were. Christy Lee, a quick update on the forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by Karat. Sunshine today. Look for a high of 82. Variable cloudiness 80 on Saturday. Mainly cloudy with just a slight chance for a shower Sunday. High 78. Good looking weekend. Enjoy it. 51 right now.
Thank you very much. My Indy TV 23, 11:30 Monday through Friday. It's this show. You can check it out. And I should also point out a little special weekend thing coming up on My Indy TV 23. So find out more information, and we'll let you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I certainly appreciate your watching it. And we're going to get back to the action right now. This is the Bob and Tom Show. The big room today, not at full strength. Josh fishing in the Ozarks.
Oh, I forgot
with
he
his
wasn't
brothers. Don't say that.
I'm kidding.
I'm not. I forgot he was here.
Okay, there's Chick.
I don't give a damn if he's here or not, right?
Ace Cosby is over there. Ace is the proprietor of the OmahaSteaks.com. Ace Cosby joke of the day. Coming up, the special Friday edition. Many wait for this one. This is always the big payoff.
Oh, yeah?
Not really. Willie G is right over there. Patty G's in the next room. We're watching them on the closed circuit TV. We're just going to get a YouTube channel of just Pat's camera, because I'll tell you what, when he's doing stuff over there, it's just fantastic.
My favorite show on TV.
Yeah, just
you can have Witcher or
the best one was when he had
whatever you want.
No, when you had both two pairs of glasses on your head and couldn't find your glasses.
That happens every other day.
My favorite one was wearing his mask after going in the hallway and then putting his headphones back on.
Forgetting he had the mask on.
That was a great episode.
And then headphone off, mask off. I
have that taped, actually. I watched that one.
That may win the Emmy.
Yeah, at least once a day I walk into a store and realize I got to go back to my car to get my mask.
I do it here. I got to walk in the hallway and leave my mask here in the thing.
Ever to drive home to get it?
No, I keep them in my car.
Yeah, I keep them in the car.
I have extras.
I do too.
I got mask money.
Okay.
Whoa!
I got disposable, reusable.
So I thought, well, I'll just go to the drugstore and buy a pack of them. Then I realized, wait a minute, I can't go into the drugstore to get the pack. So I just drove home.
Good call. Just say to hell with it.
Yeah. No,
Where were you going that you did the mask anyway?
Everywhere.
No, I mean...
Never mind. The point is, I'm an idiot. Okay, let's see now. We gave Pat the Pat Godwin Challenge this morning. And Pat, it's a news story about, what is it, alpacas? Do you have the story, Christy?
A Chinese video production company is getting a lot of attention on social media because of its adorable office pet, a 2-year-old alpaca llama mix. The company has a young llama alpaca mix that struts around the office. Reports state that the furry animal loves attention and snacks, and his human colleagues are more than willing to give him both. I didn't know you could crossbreed an alpaca and a llama. I just learned something today.
So it's not an alpaca doodle.
No, but it's on the same thing.
I hope the girl's a llama, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
well,
me
because
too. The llama's a lot bigger than an
alpaca. You don't
alpaca.
want to see a big old boy llama coming at a little tiny alpaca, do you? No.
I really don't want to see that, and thanks for the description.
She hung in there for as long as she could.
How long as she could?
So an alpaca is like a miniature llama. Is that what's going on
Yes.
here? So this is like the Shetland sheepdog is to the collie, kind of.
The Shetland, okay.
Right.
No, yeah, I see what you're saying.
How about donkey
I was
to horse?
thinking Shetland pony to a horse.
No, Tom, no, don't encourage. It's like a llama and an alpaca is what.
I don't know what
drawing a simile. Just go ahead and.
But I know llamas. So is this thing spitting all over the place?
No, llamas spit. I don't think alpacas spit. I don't know. I've not been around them, but I will let you know when I get my farm.
Everyone in the office loves their little alpaca. What about the janitor?
Maybe he's housebroken. You don't know.
There's like giant pools of alpaca pee. That sounds like camp, doesn't it? I went to alpaca pee.
It does. Really? It's Native American.
I love camp alpaca pee.
That's great. Love canoeing up there.
Yeah, there you go.
We sang to the alpaca pee. Do you remember your camp song, Willie?
We didn't have an official one. We had several kind of things, yeah.
Okay. Did it have an alpaca in it?
No, Chick. Could you believe it? But I think Pat has a song about an alpaca.
I think he does.
So, Pat, the challenge, the challenge is to write a song about an office where they have an alpaca.
And,
correct.
We have come up with a Steppenwolf Tribute, and Dean bought a new guitar for this song.
Oh, look at that nice green guitar.
Oh, nice.
To Paul Reed Smith.
Paul Reed Smith. Yeah, there you go.
Paul Reed Smith.
Are those humbucking pickups?
They're both humbucking pickups, but you can split the coils and make them sound like a Stratocaster.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's enough guitar talk. Could we get back to the song, please?
Well, fine.
A 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3, 4. office. Should be running wild now. It's headed towards the window, incontinent like a child. Oh no, the poor thing is crapping, but it's got such a pretty face. Fire the employee that made this happen as it explodes in your space. It's a llama mix that's never, ever been fixed. So it humps your leg and it thrashes and kicks. Born to be outside. Not crapped up inside.
Oh, nice. Nice. A little tribute to the alpaca in the office.
Oh, God, these are cute. Oh,
Can you imagine that in a Zoom call?
No.
You're talking to headquarters and say, that was a great presentation. But by the way, I think Davey needs to shave. That is one hairy dude.
They actually have a name. They're called lapacas.
Lapaca, like a
Lapacas,
llama alpaca?
a llama alpaca is called a lapaca.
Our Italian day, it's a lapaca.
Oh, they're so cute.
So this is kind of like a labradoodle.
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's like an alpaca and a llama have babies.
I'm just talking about the mixing of. Never mind.
They apparently are animals larger than an alpaca, but with good fleece and the wonderful temperament of llamas. But I think alpacas have great temperament too. So
And you live near an alpaca farm, right?
you know what? He sold all of his alpacas. It's not a farm anymore. I mean, it's a farm, but there's nothing on it. Sad.
Did he make any?
I have a friend in Pennsylvania who has an alpaca farm that I'm going to go visit.
Okay.
Can't wait.
You want to move to a farm?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty.
I doubt it'll happen, but it's a dream.
Things are going good for you. It'll be.
Two kids in college. I'm living the dream.
Oh, there you go. Now, we have completed sports.
Yes, sir. That wherever you go, whatever you do.
Okay. Christy, you got a story over there?
I have a lot of stories over here,
Give
Tom.
me a quick one.
Young whales have been spotted in the waters off New York City. This is a happy story. In recent years, there's been a surge in the number of whales, many of them juvenile humpbacks, near the city, where the marine mammals can dine on an abundance of a small fish called Manhattan, Menhaden, not Manhattan, but Manhattan.
No bitters.
They are there, but there are fatal risks for the whales. Apparently, essentially playing in traffic by feeding so close to busy shipping lanes can be a problem. But there are only 5 whales spotted in the year 2011, 500 so far in 2020. That's pretty amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's probably all that podcasting.
All right, sir.
They're whales, you see, Christy.
Yes, I get it.
Pod of whale. Whale has a podcast.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. I bet there is a podcast about whales.
Called the Pod
Podcast.
The Pod Podcast.
Although,
interesting.
But since they're in New York, they'd be Gotham Whale. That's like a Batman villain. Maybe, I don't know. He'd be the Penguin's arch enemy. We have coming up. Well, give me the teaser, Christy. You've got it over there.
Coming up, we have a new beer spiked with cannabis, THC, which I know you're going to be interested in. It's actually a seltzer. And we have a shortage of mason jars and bodacious tatas, but tomatoes.
Oh, mason jars.
Bodacious tomatoes.
Yes.
That's a brand name.
Bodacious.
The bodacious
Yes, of
tomato.
course.
We'll find out why those are in the news when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next.
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would you be doing with your time?
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The United Nations World Food Program has won the 2020 Nobel Peace Prize for its efforts to combat hunger and food insecurity around the globe. That announcement came today in Oslo. There were 318 candidates, 211 individuals, and 107 organizations. The prize comes with a $1.1 million cash award and, of course, a gold medal. Hurricane Delta has gotten stronger as it marches toward the United States Gulf Coast, now packing top sustained winds of 120 miles per hour. The devastating Category 3 storm is expected to make a likely landfall by this evening somewhere along the West Louisiana coast. And according to police, a surfer has vanished in a suspected shark attack off the Australian southwest coast. A surfboard has been found at Wiley Bay near the town of Esperance, and a search is underway for the man who'd been riding it. An ambulance service says a witness reported the attack at Kelp Beds Beach late Friday morning. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Well, Allie, you better scour your phone. Get off the naughty
Yes.
pics.
I will.
Just remember, every time you take a nude picture and send it to a boy, your dad loses a year of his life.
Oh my gosh.
So you're slowly murdering your father. I want you to know that.
And Josh
He would
knows
have been
that
dead for
because
100
sadly
years by
his
now.
dad is
After Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
Loads of curvy cleavage on display.
the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
Loads of curvy cleavage on display.
this is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Bob. What are you doing out here?
Same thing you're doing. You got a light?
We are smoking in front of the building. We are standing. We are talking. But mostly we are smoking. We are smoking in front of the building. We are smoking in front of the building. We are puffing. We are gagging. We are happy because we're smoking. We are smoking in front of the building. Hacking, wheezing, barely breathing, choking, croaking. We love smoking.
I met a girl from another office. She's a smoker, just like me. Now we're dating and we're smoking. We're smoking in front of the building.
We are smoking in front of the building, and we smell like we've been camping. It could be raining, it could be snowing, but we're smoking in front of the building. Hacking, wheezing, barely breathing, choking, croaking. We love smoking.
I never was a smoker until I looked outside. They were smoking while I was working. So now I'm smoking.
801 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Checking, testing. Okay, we're good. Christy has a very quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by Karat. Sunny 82 today. Variable cloudiness 80 on Saturday, 78 on Sunday. It's 50 degrees currently.
You demand check. We got coming up the shoe-in of the week, but first,
FanDuel, baby. Now's the time to play. Same game parlays on FanDuel Sportsbook. Combine multiple bets from one game into a single parlay. That way, the payouts are even bigger when you win. And FanDuel will refund the first same game parlay you lose on any NFL game each week up to $10. Same game parlay for this Sunday's Colts-Cleveland game. You'll get $10 back if you don't win. And if you don't already have a FanDuel account, just use promo code WFBQ when you sign up so they know we sent you. Show us some love. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code WFBQ. Must be 21 or older and present in Indiana. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit. Expires in 7 days. Max refund $10. Some terms apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. That's now in Indiana. It's FanDuel.
be listening for your shot at $1,000 from Q95 many times today. So your shot at 1,000 coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for joining us. Coming up, the Ace Cosby joke of the day. And Mr. Cosby is sitting behind all the controls over there. And he's also in the chair known as the OmahaSteaks.com Ace Cosby joke of the day chair. Sitting in the Chick McGee chair, it's Chick. Christy, of course, is at the base. It's, of course, her Navy base, the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. This is Tom speaking. That's Willie G. Then Patty G's in the next room. I can see him through the glass and through the closed-circuit system. Nice new song, Pat. I enjoyed it very much. I think we have another little challenge coming up for Pat. And all next week, Pat is going to be adding lyrics to famous instrumental television theme songs. So I'm certainly looking forward to that. Can you get that?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, good morning, Bob and Tom Show. It's your old pal, broadcast legend, Larry King.
Hey, Larry, how are you, sir?
I'm good. Man, I sure have enjoyed baseball these past couple of weeks, watching all the baseball games on TV. Man, it's been fun. I don't know if you noticed this, but it appears the announcers have too much time on their hands. They've researched records for every possible aspect of the game. You know, stuff like the most number of strikeouts in a playoff game.
That's good.
The most number of hits in an inning while it's mostly cloudy.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Kind of obscure.
Yeah, really bored. But some of the records they have found are pretty damn strange. Now, yesterday, after an unfortunate incident in the infield, the announcer said that was the record for the youngest infielder hit in the groin by a bad hop. Oh, man, that hurts, I tell you. When you can see the stitches of the baseball on your sack, that was a hard-hit bad hop.
Yeah,
I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Man, that hurts. Have you ever been hit in the groin by a bad hop?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, I have. Yeah, oh, God. It was at the bowling alley. Well, you haven't really felt pain until you've taken a 16-pound Brunswick to the gonads.
Ooh.
Yeah, afterwards I was doing a 7-Eleven split myself. I asked the team, hey, can we skip the beer frame and go right to the morphine frame? Yeah, something else I noticed while watching the game yesterday, I won't say who the player was, but I saw an outfielder who was hitting on a hot little blonde cardboard cutout in the stands.
Wow.
Really?
Personally, I think she was throwing herself at him. What a hussy.
Hussy.
By the way, off the subject, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you know if they make pumpkin spice enemas?
Ugh.
I'm backed up worse than an L.A. freeway in a construction zone at rush hour.
Hi-yo.
Oh, yeah. That happens at my age. I'm on a high-fiber diet.
Really?
Very high fiber. You know how high?
Hi.
Yesterday, I ate a macrame wall hanging in my den.
That's a lot of fiber.
Yes, I better go. Actually, I wish I could go. Okay, this is Larry King. See you.
Pumpkin spice enema. But it's probably out there. Why are we saying that?
I told you I saw the sign for the pumpkin spice sermon. Now serving pumpkin spice sermons.
Oh,
yes,
one of
at a
those church signs?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Those are always cute, those
Aren't they?
They don't flavor the
communion wafer with pumpkin spice?
I assume that's
No, they don't.
probably not in, well, I taste good, but not in good taste.
No, they don't.
You know what? Mommy, can I go back to communion again? I really liked my wafer.
Yeah,
they're
the
usually,
body of Christ
they're
was
usually so
delicious.
bland.
Yeah.
But you know something? It's probably out there. There's probably some,
Probably in some
some sect of
Yes.
some religion.
Boy, this is a dangerous question. They could use anything, right? As long as they bless it, like a Dorito. No, it's got to be bread. It's got to be a bread.
There was a huge controversy
the gluten-free host thing.
last year
Remember
that they
that?
couldn't do the gluten-free.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was I remember
Many years ago.
If it falls to the floor, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
Remember that,
I was a
Christy?
sacristian. Yes, and we did have gluten-free wafers at the time. I mean, there was a. It's weird to see those communion wafers in a big jug like you get at Costco. That was kind of weird for me because I'd never seen that before. But
Sure, sort of a peek behind the curtain.
I'm sure we covered this, but I forgot it. How are they doing that now? They have everything on a stick or something, or
it's more of a frisbee thing.
oh, they fly them out.
Yeah.
Sure.
You ever seen those? Remember when you were a kid? Remember when you were a kid? Those guns that shot out the
little
discs?
discs.
the little discs. Yeah,
Those are the best.
Yeah.
Okay,
Those are great.
well, here's something discouraging. If you are dealing with is it celiac disease where they have to be gluten free?
Celiac, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. According to this study, gluten was found in 32% of food that claims to be gluten free.
Man.
This is from the American Journal of Gastroenterology. Wow. The worst offenders: pizza and pasta. 53% of pizza samples said to be gluten free were not. So I guess maybe it should say in the can gluten free ish.
Yeah. Well, do you think those were carry-out places and the guys just got lazy, or hey, we're just going to put it on a crust? We don't care.
I think a lot of labeling is fraudulent. I think a lot of stuff that says organic isn't.
Really?
Oh yeah, a lot of.
Listen to him.
These blueberries aren't organic.
Do you remember? Okay, I don't have the article in front of me. Do you remember the thing about fish?
Yes.
That fish in
tuna?
restaurants, there were certain fish that more than 50% of the time was not the fish that they said they were.
Yeah, it was usually tilapia or something like that.
So there's a whole bunch of them. But yeah, no,
you might be right.
I'm a firm believer that a lot of labels are just BS.
Well, they have certified organic on there, the little green stamp.
No, it's not true, and it's been happening forever. The original name of that poem, it was one fish, two fish, red fish, purple fish. They changed it to blue. Yeah, very controversial.
So anyway, don't get unglutened about your gluten.
Speaking of food, does the P in PBR now stand for pot? Pabst Blue Ribbon has launched a THC-infused seltzer. The cannabis-infused cans of lemon seltzer bearing the PBR logo do not contain any alcohol, but do contain 5 milligrams of THC.
5 milligrams.
What brand of beer was it? I'm sorry.
PBR.
Oh, darn it, because it would have been so much better if it is when you say bud.
Oh, yeah.
We mean bud.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
The drink is being sold at dispensaries in California with a 4-pack costing $24. The brand manager at Pabst Labs says, quote, the response has been overwhelming.
We at Pabst Labs.
Right now, our challenge is producing enough product to keep up with demand from retailers. Yeah, what's going on over at PBR? Remember, it used to just be PBR. Now they every day have something new.
Well, I brought you guys in that coffee.
Yes, it was
amazing.
I'm so wistful about that.
I believe they were bought out by a Russian company, so now they're doing more different kinds of merchandising and branching out. But this sounds pretty cool. And 5 milligrams of THC, if you're used to taking edibles, that's a pretty fun social dose. If you haven't, I wouldn't start with that by any means.
Oh, okay.
I'd wait, but yeah, this sounds like
Hi, welcome to Pot Corner with
No.
What's a good milligram to start with then, Willie?
I don't. In Colorado, when I was there, they had a thing called like the beginner's cookie, and then you could get those in like 2 or 3 milligram.
Gotcha.
And you wake your. But the thing is with edibles, if you go to see a comedy show, almost every comedian now has a story about taking edibles and goes wrong.
Right.
It really kicks in. It's not the same as smoking. So you got to be very careful with edibles.
Yeah, your liver does something to it or something. It's crazy.
I don't know how it works, but man, do I love it.
Yeah.
So
I don't on for a day and a half.
If I heard you correctly, this is it's not really a beer from PBR.
No, it's a seltzer.
It's a seltzer.
Like a White Claw.
But there's no alcohol in it.
No alcohol.
So, okay. Because they have, I know in Canada, at least there's one beer that actually has cannabis in it.
I think that the one that I saw, maybe it's only a CBD, it's not THC. I don't think you want to do alcohol and THC together in one product. Yep. I think you want to keep those separate. Don't want to get twisted.
Yeah, this is confusing. Well, in any event, so essentially it's like drinking bong water. Is that the...
No. God, no.
I bet something. I bet one of these great craft breweries has come out with
Bong water
a beer called Bong Water. Someone has to have done that.
Or just a bottled water called Bong Water. Make it real nice water, but people like to.
You could put
like
THC
saying,
in it.
Like saying no, they just like saying bong. So make it just plain water.
That is a mistake you do not want to make.
No.
Oh, I remember it being gross. Yeah.
Drinking the bog water.
Yeah. Okay. Well, congratulations to PBR and PBR Seltzer.
Mm-hmm. Only in California, though. You can't really get it anywhere else yet.
Well, this, like you said, it's selling out.
Yep.
So, bravo. Interesting stuff. Would you want to try that, Christy?
I'm not a pot person. I'm a little leery of it.
Okay. How about gluten-free pizza?
I've tried that. Cauliflower crust. I wasn't a fan.
Yuck. That's terrible. You know what I'm a big fan of? Is pineapple-free pizza.
Yeah. The cauliflower crust, sometimes it works and a lot of times it does not. I had it right across the street over here at your little place.
I told
it was
this story
pretty
on
good.
the air when I did edibles that one afternoon, not that long ago.
How'd it go, Chicky?
The only thing I could do was lay in bed and I looked at my hand for like, I'm not kidding,
That's a
for
high
like
dose.
4 or 5 hours. And then I woke up the next day, I was still high. The next day.
Well, how much did you eat?
Well, you know me. I
had a sleeve.
I ate one. I ate one.
One, what? Are we talking
A cookie. I ate a cookie. And no, it was a caramel. It was a caramel.
Yep.
And I ate a caramel and got nothing.
Yeah.
Like an hour. And I thought, well, I'll eat another one.
Uh-oh.
And then, yeah, it was all aboard for Highville.
Oh, man.
The 420 train.
I was listening to some music and I thought, man, I've never heard this cut before. And it was just because it messes with your time and everything seems stretched out.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I wish there was a pill you could take so you could listen to one of your favorite records and it would have been like you'd never heard it before. I'd love that.
That would, or watch a movie and great movie for the first time.
They'd get hypnotized to forget the end.
Well, this was pretty close.
Did you sleep really well?
Huh?
Did you sleep really well?
Yeah, I slept pretty well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm trying to find that apparently there is a Canadian beer with THC. I'll see if I can find out more about that. There is a special beer for that so-called butt luge.
What?
You know,
I'm sorry?
The butt luge.
The butt luge.
Real big in Buffalo.
Bills,
yeah, where you
fans,
put your
maybe.
butt out and then you pour it down the crack and then they...
Well, it's a young lady, depending on your... whatever you call it.
Yeah, no. A butt's a butt. Same stuff going on there, guy or girl, you know?
Yeah, which is the same stuff as E. coli. But the notion is you pour the beer down their back, and then as it
Cascades through the crack.
cascades off the crack, you lie down there and
It comes right off the taint.
yeah. Okay, it's Budweiser, the king of rears, is the best brew.
That sounds like one of those wacky packages when we were kids. All those products.
There are cannabis-infused beers in Canada.
That's what I thought. Okay, we'll get to that.
Green
Right.
Wave Belgian-style white ale.
Right now, I want to remind you about getting a great shave from our friends at Harry's. Harry's, they can now use new and improved. How would you make Harry's any better? Well, contemporary steel technology has made Harry's new blades sharper than ever. The factory that they use has been in business for 100 years, making very, very sharp blades. Well, now they're very, very, very sharper. Join the 10 million guys who've tried Harry's, and this is the best offer ever from Harry's. They've always wanted you to try it. Well, if you don't try this, I don't know what's wrong with you. $3 delivered. That's right. And that includes the shipping, so it's free shipping. You go to harrys.com at checkout, type in Bob and Tom. The new extra sharp blades from Harry's, from their 100-year-old factory, making them sharper than ever. Very convenient. You don't have to walk into the drugstore and have your mask on and have somebody unlock this thing. No, they come to right in your mailbox. And this great offer for Bob and Tom show listeners, you must hear this. You get the trial set, which includes the great 5-blade razor from Harry's, the weighted handle, which to me is the highlight because it just feels just right in your hand, and it's like putting on your favorite jeans because you got a sharp object in your hand. You want to be able to handle it properly. Of course, you've got Harry's famous foaming shave gel and travel cover for $3 plus free shipping. Why would they do this? Because they want you to try it, because they know you're going to love it. It's harrys.com. The code is Bob and Tom. Get a great shave. I had a wonderful Harry's shave this morning. Look at this, Christy.
Yeah, very nice. Mm-hmm.
Harrys.com. Use the code Bob and Tom, please. We'd appreciate that very much, and so would they. Coming up in the news, we have
Bubba Kush root beer.
and bodacious
Tomatoes, yes.
What a great word. Bodacious tomatoes.
Yes.
Okay, well, I can't wait to find out what that's all about. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello, you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Navy Federal Credit Union entertainment news. Dave Grohl will introduce the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions during this year's virtual ceremony. Musicians who will participate in the tributes to the inductees include Luke Bryan, Miley Cyrus, Don Henley, Billy Idol, Iggy Pop, Alicia Keys, Brad Paisley, The Boss, Bruce Springsteen, Ringo Starr, Gwen Stefani, and others. This year's inductees are Depeche Mode, the Doobie Brothers, Whitney Houston, 9 Inch Nails, the Notorious B.I.G., and T-Rex. They'll be shown November 7th on HBO. The most expensive version of a new pinball machine based on Guns N' Roses sold out within 2 hours of its announcement, according to manufacturer Jersey Jack. The GNR Not In This Lifetime machine is their quote-unquote greatest hit after selling 500 of the collector's edition for $12,500 each. Lesser versions sell for $9,500 and $6,750. Slash himself visited the manufacturer this week to give the game a try. He calls it insane. Slash and Duff McKagan narrate the in-game action. And Stevie Nicks will be releasing a new concert film and DVD. Stevie Nicks' 24 Karat Gold, the concert, was filmed during her 2016 tour. It will be released to select theaters and drive-ins on October 21st, then released digitally on October 30th. And if you are a Stevie Nicks fan, she's also working on a TV miniseries based on the legend of Rhiannon. Nicks wrote that 1975 song about a Welsh goddess named Rhiannon. The miniseries will be based on the adaptation of her story, Rhiannon's story, written by author Evangeline Walton. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schmitz, but for me, it's
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
You know, my ex-girlfriend said I couldn't focus on our relationship, and I probably had some form of attention deficit disorder. We're no longer together, but I finally got around to writing her a love song.
Oh, really?
I love you, baby, and I always will. I want you for the rest of my... Man, that girl's hot. Life. My heart is pounding. Time stands still. Hey, look, a quarter. Together we'll be man and wife. For better or worse, through thick and thin. When I met you, baby, my life did begin. I want you for the rest of my life. We'll have today and tomorrow too. 'Cause Bob, do I owe you $50?
Absolutely.
I'll get it to you after the show. Okay?
All right,
'Cause
great.
I love you.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Residents of a small Austrian community are campaigning to rename their city the equivalent of Stinksville. Carl Veratsmo, 51, who moved to Lichtenworth several years ago from Vienna, wants it renamed Lichtenworth Stinkendorf.
Sure he does.
I'm not making this up.
You know, and I'm for it.
He says local pig farmers have polluted the air, so he started collecting signatures for a petition to rename the town, trying to get the people to realize that
I like a city that lets you know what it's all about.
the town stinks.
I'll get that. Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Ja, guten Morgen.
Hello.
Is this Carl?
Hi, hello.
Carl.
Hey, Carl, I understand that you just moved to Lichtenworth a few years ago.
The one, I really everybody was pushing for, but they didn't go for.
Yeah, which one was that?
That's Hagenschietzen.
Hagenschietzen.
Hagenschietzen, Germany.
I think it's a long I in America. It's long. I think Hagenschietzen.
Hagenschietzen.
Yes, long I.
You know, your American pronunciation I don't quite understand.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Chrissy, you must come over here sometime and visit. I think you'd love this country.
I would?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what would she love about it?
Oh, some of the most beautiful cities where I'm sure you would like to spend a long, long vacation, a long time.
Like where should I visit?
Oh, you might like Slittenlicken.
Slittenlicken. She's been there before, I think.
Oh, have you been there?
I think so.
I think you would love it.
Tom Simmons is our guest. I understand you've been to Afghanistan, I assume, on one of the USO type tours.
The Comics on Duty.
Okay, good for you.
Afghanistan is
8:22 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Spill over here. Take it, Christy.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sunshine 82 for your weekend. Variable cloudiness Saturday 80. Cloudy on Sunday with a slight chance for a shower, but still quite mild. 78 will be the high. We're holding at 51 degrees.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee.
What's the status of the spill?
It's okay. It's under control.
Right?
If you want to lose control, how about an extra $1,000? Pay some bills. That's right. You could win that. Listen very carefully to Q95 throughout the day today for that shot. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Give me the clang. That's it. That feels good right there. That's the spot. Come on, everybody shuffle.
No. I told you about saying it feels good. Stop it. It's creepy when you're saying it.
Feels especially good when you do it, Chick McGee. Come on, do your dance. Come on, do it for me. That's it.
A lot of shoulders.
That's the chickster. That's the chickster I'll remember. If you're not watching on YouTube, you are missing out.
What a show.
What a show.
We refeed it. That's got to be a highlight. Mr. Oskey, please. The chick doing the... Can you do it again?
The earthquake.
The earthquake. That is just excellent.
Oh,
so
no.
good.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, that too.
A lot of panic, yeah.
You gotta whip that.
That's really wild. That is great.
That's wild, man.
Let's see, where was I? I'm Tom. There's Willie. Oh, I know where I was. Christy Lee's wearing my Aunt Marg's old couch cover.
Yes, I am.
And through the glass, it's Mr. Pat Godwin. Some great songs from you today, Pat. I do want to hear a little bit later on. I want you to repeat that great song about the pencil-thin mustache that you're volunteering to get. Right now, I want to remind you that that's not just any chair that Ace Cosby sits in.
Oh.
Mr. Cosby is our engineer. He's got the famous voice, the mellifluous pipes, as they say in the industry.
Thank you.
And by the industry, I mean the business.
You're being a smart
That was good.
Being funny.
Hear it?
As opposed to what's coming up.
Hey-oh.
No, it's the OmahaSteaks.com Ace Cosby joke of the day, because as far as I'm concerned, we've done s'mores twice already this week and grilled out.
Yeah.
Oh, this is perfect grilling out weather.
S'mores.
Huh?
Not s'mores.
S'mores. Okay, sorry.
By the way, I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but the girls are terrible at making s'mores. All of them are awful.
They're too little.
I was there with Sally. She just sticks it right in the fire.
Oh.
And I go, what are you doing? And then I got mine perfect golden brown. And she goes, how did you do that? I go, I don't stick it in the fire, Sally. Stick it above it, you little maniac.
Fire. And then we got into a huge fight last week because Josh, when he went on his little vacation, he rented, I was going to say he's on vacation again.
Yes.
When he rented the place, and he got there and the grill was broken.
Right.
So he didn't cook for 2 days. He just ate raw vegetables.
Uh-huh.
I got a nice note from a guy where they cook out of their fireplace all the time.
Really?
Yeah, you can do that. Get some cast iron stuff. You put a nice steak on there. But you can make your Omaha steaks any way you want. But the point is, Omaha Steaks, this is the season. By the way, they have the best burgers out there. But I bring this up only because it is that time. They do have great hot dogs.
Oh, they have great hot dogs, man.
Yeah, I forgot
They're
about
giant, too, hot dogs.
Yes.
Have you seen the size of those
They
things?
grill up, and it's
The
like,
point is,
Lord, they're big.
The Omaha Steaks people somehow decided that they wanted to be associated with the Ace Cosby joke of the day.
All right.
I think it's because bad jokes are rare, and nothing's better than an Omaha steak when cooked rare. But occasionally,
where are you going?
People eat a steak that's well done, which I don't understand. But let's hope today's joke is well done. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Ace Cosby, engineer extraordinaire, the man with the great pipes, and a social comment about contemporary culture.
It's not a joke, Tom. It's
not a joke.
An observation of my life.
Okay, good.
No, we all wear the face mask.
Face mask.
Yeah, I just bought myself a brand new blindfold, though.
a brand new blindfold.
Yeah, but I can't see myself wearing it.
That's a fine.
Yes,
that's more
that's
of a
good.
fact. That's just a fact.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm having fun with
It
the
works.
image of Ace looking in the mirror with the blindfold. Where am I?
That was a great joke. It's like finding the square root of a number and you know right away. It's kind of a semi-thinker, but it just kind of falls right into place. Thank you, Ace.
Thank you.
Very enjoyable, and that was, of course, the OmahaSteaks.com Ace Cosby joke of the day. They're proud of that one.
Yeah.
They're proud of that one, I'll bet.
Got to finish the week strong, you know.
Yeah, okay, good. That's what I like. Now, speaking of strong, we've been reviewing this news story about PBR.
Yes.
And the what is it? Marijuana infused. It's more
a
of
seltzer. It's like a seltzer is like a White Claw type of drink.
Right,
That's what they're hard seltzer.
And I guess it's selling out all over California.
Right, but we were talking about cannabis-infused beers, so during the break, I went online and found that Willie is correct. Beer and cannabis really don't go together.
Unless you're a Dave Matthews Band fan.
Well, alcohol and cannabis. So these beers have either
Love Dave.
0% APV or 0.5% APV.
Yeah, so that's super low.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
that ain't even worth messing with.
There's the Grain Wave Belgian style white ale, the Pale Haze THC infused beer.
Good name.
Enough Said THC infused beer. Hi-Fi Hops. Hop Chronic. That's a great name.
That's good.
Blood Orange Haze Cannabis infused beer.
Oh, I got a good one here.
Bubba Kush Root Beer, even though it's not a beer.
Yeah.
But still, it has 10 milligrams of THC in it, that root beer does.
Yeah, so that'll get you.
That will get you. Most of them have 5 milligrams. Well, no, the Blood Orange has 10, but have like 5 milligrams of THC in their beers. So there you go. What do you have?
So they're legal in...
Legal, and these are sold in dispensaries in Colorado, California, Nevada, Michigan, depending on the type of beer, but that's where you would find them.
This is from Rolling Stone. According to Cannabis Industry Analytics from Headset's 2019 Cannabis Beverage Market Report, the Canna Drink market, Canna Drink, that seems like a weird name, the market's doubled in the past 2 years.
Oh, sure.
So this says that the drinks account for about 1.4% of cannabis sales. So interesting. Pot used to be sexy. Now apparently it's more of a condiment. So I don't know. Are drinkables as sexy as the joint?
Talk to him. He's a pot guy.
Are joints sexy?
Are they sexy?
Joints are sexy. No, I don't think so.
Smoking is
Joints are
not sexy.
Kind of secret.
Are you kidding? Have you ever seen a Bogart movie?
Well,
he's.
Yeah,
will you find someone in this century smoking a cigarette, please?
That was before we knew it killed you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well, you know.
Go on.
Okay.
Nobody really smokes.
Wait
a minute. I'm more concerned you find Humphrey Bogart sexy. Have you ever gotten a look at that guy?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, no joke.
Or McCall, I'm there with you. But Humphrey Bogart?
Admittedly, maybe it's a dated look.
I got a feeling Humphrey Bogart looked 58 when he was 12 years old.
I agree.
He did. Yeah, but it's all about the mood.
It's like Wilford Brimley. He always looked old, no matter how old he was.
Yeah. Now, so Willie, you don't think it's sexier if you're maybe you encounter some young lady in one of these situations you're in, and you don't think it's
some young lady in one of these situations that you're in.
You're at some event. You'll see all these things you can't talk about them anymore.
Because they don't happen.
They don't have any events anymore.
Right. Well, when you went to events,
yeah, maybe I'd smoke a joint with a girl or share a little vape pen or something. But I think you don't want to mix the smoking and the sex a little too much because it gets a little too silly, right? It's a little.
I don't know.
You get the giggles in there.
I get the giggles.
Would you like to meet Mr. Dixon? I call him Mr. Dixon.
I start doing characters,
Nobody wants giggling in the bedroom, right?
You don't need that,
You don't? You don't like to have a little fun?
Well, pre and post, I think it's okay. But,
sure.
But not during.
You know, I can throw my voice. I'm kind of a ventriloquist, or I call myself a vagtriloquist.
Yeah,
is that what you call yourself?
Cunning. I'd like you to meet Clam Chop. My new puppet.
Clam chop?
I am honestly stunned. I am honestly.
Oh, my goodness.
Good
That name
Lord.
is really good.
I apologize. I found that funny.
It was only good because of clam. The rest of it made me want to vomit.
Yes.
But clam chop was great.
I can remember when Senior Wenceslas died. Do you know who Senior Wenceslas was, Willie?
No.
Of course he doesn't.
Senor, like a Spanish man?
Yes, yeah, and I'm not sure if he was Senior Wenceslas from Spain or South America.
We'll find out he was from Hoboken, probably.
No, he was a brilliant. I think he lived to be like 107 or something.
He was old.
It's a hell of an act you got.
He was the guy that he would come on the show and he'd have this. He'd be carrying this box and he'd lift up the lid. There'd be a head in it, and he'd go, "All right." He goes, "All right," and he would make his hand talk. "Hello, Willie."
So a prop comic guy?
Yeah.
Don't reduce him to the phrase prop comic. The man was a genius.
1968.
No, I'm not trying to be
everywhere.
I'm not trying to be rude, but he's a prop. I love prop comics. They're great.
But
He was from Spain.
a great ventriloquist, and we always wondered in the bedroom what he was like.
He died in 1999.
He was famous for turning anything into a puppet. That was the thing, and I always imagined him in the bedroom. And his wife would get kind of annoyed. "All right, cut it out. I know, I can talk."
He'd draw a face on his hand and put a little clump of hair on the top, look like a little wig.
It's on Ed Sullivan a lot.
I loved it when I was a kid. And then, of course, there's a famous scene in one of the greatest movies ever made.
Yes.
What's one of the greatest movies ever made?
The In-Laws.
The In-Laws.
The original In-Laws.
Never heard of it.
Watch it this weekend.
Really?
Is that good?
I can't believe your dad didn't make you watch that as a kid.
It's one of the few things he and I agree.
It is
Yes.
not dated either. I
just watched it the other day, too. It's
great.
very fun.
There's a scene in which they have the stereotypical Central American dictator.
Sure.
And it's Alan Arkin is this dentist who's thrown together with this insane CIA agent, and so I've got a little bit of audio. They encounter this crazy guy, and he's either Central or South America.
Sure, love Alan
and he
Arkin.
comes out with a flag, and it's got his mistress on it naked, and he says something like, "The church won't let me use it." But he has they're meeting this guy. He runs this country.
Okay, I get the expo. I get it.
And he paints a puppet on his hand, and here's what happens.
This is Senor Pepe.
Hello.
Senor Pepe, do you like this man?
Oh, yes, very much.
Would you like to give this man a kiss?
A kiss?
Oh,
He's a general.
Nice?
very nice.
He's nice?
He's nice. He's very handsome.
All right, let's see them. General, that's a hell of an act.
Peter Falk. I know it's very visual.
I love that. That's a hell of an act.
It is one of the greatest scenes in the history of motion.
Very well executed.
That
That's
movie
very
is
Serpentine Shell.
Every
it's great.
scene.
I wonder if when they were filming that day, did they just film it a couple times? Go, "This is the greatest scene ever. Let's take the rest of the day."
I hope so, because it's just
brilliant.
It
Anyway.
is really good.
So
Honduras?
That's a hell of an actor.
hell of an act, General. Great movie. There's a hilarious CIA Bay of Pigs joke in there. I mean, there aren't a lot of great, not a lot of great Bay of Pigs jokes.
Really
you know what the Bay of Pigs is?
Yes, I know what the Bay
Just asking. I mean, you didn't know.
He wasn't good at math.
So
Right?
you weren't good at math.
You never heard Carlin's Bay of Pigs bit? It's great.
You didn't know what the In-Laws was, so you wouldn't know what the Bay of Pigs is. Okay.
I am really shocked that your dad didn't make you watch that as a kid.
There's a
growing
remake
up.
there's a remake that is not bad, but you want to see the original.
I think the movie that you gotta watch, gotta pay attention to, the one that he kind of made a big deal out of was Airplane. And that's always been my favorite movie. Airplane, Young Frankenstein, you made a lot of noise about, which I totally understood.
You made a lot of noise about.
Anything Mel Brooks, obviously.
Yeah, sure. This weekend, if you've never seen the original The In-Laws, it's just brilliant.
I'll watch it. I've been looking to watch it.
And I don't think it's aged well, hasn't it?
I think
it's
so.
not dated at all.
Yeah, I watched it with with Sophie. She loved it. She thought it was very fun. So
An Airplane is a pure genius. I mean, really, it's just every
Just for
moment.
let's get some pictures, boys. See, that to me,
or just for the.
I'm just good.
I picked the wrong day to quit. Then he's just serious.
I think I've told you this story before, but when I was a kid, Airplane, I'm sure if we talk to Mr. Skin, there's a great moment of nudity in Airplane where there's pandemonium on the plane and then you see a woman's breasts. My dad walked in. I was watching that scene, but I'd paused it, little research. little 12-year-old boy research. And then I clicked play just in time and I thought I was going to get in trouble. And then it just goes, Airplane. great movie, and walked out of the room. And I was like, thank you.
I'd forgotten about the nude scene. Christy Lee is at her base, her post, the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. Have we missed anything today?
This is kind of a disturbing story. State police in Pennsylvania have arrested a 53-year-old Dauphin County man who's accused of attempting to arrange a sexual encounter with a horse. Norman Zalek has been charged with 1 count of sexual intercourse with an animal, according to a criminal complaint affidavit filed by the state police. There's more. He was seeking the horse for he and his wife. According to police, the woman contacted them regarding a message she'd received on Facebook from the man identified as Zalek. Mr. Zalek allegedly asked the woman if she'd be willing to rent the horse to him and his wife so they could perform sexual activities with it. Zalek allegedly told the woman he and his wife were, quote, open-minded and liked to try different things.
Well, that's certainly what that is.
What would you pay
all
to
right.
rent a horse for that activity? He offered her $200. That doesn't seem like enough.
So does the horse owner know that that's what they're renting it for?
Apparently, in the communication, apparently she's taking.
That's why she turned him into the police.
But I mean, I've heard of men that have this particular, what is it?
Proclivity? Fetish?
I don't know. That's pretty
perversion.
Yeah, I'd go with
Perversion,
perversion. Yeah, but I'd never heard of a couple doing it.
Yeah,
I
me
did a little
either.
research. You know what that's called?
No, what's it called?
A menage a trot.
Menage a trot.
Ace, what are you giving for that?
D. Oh.
Menage a trot? Wow. You know what the horse's safe word was?
No, what?
Whoa.
Nay. Nay.
Wow, that is sick.
That is
Sorry.
sick.
Yeah. Did you hear how they caught them? It was actually a sting operation. The horse was a secret agent. It was Mr. Ed.
Oh,
Yeah.
he talked.
He told them everything.
Yeah.
I love Mr.
Sang
Ed.
like a canary.
And that's the one great show from the 60s they haven't made into a movie. I don't understand it.
Because you're the
venture
one
a guess.
person.
I get it.
I could take a
Yeah.
shot at why they haven't made it yet. I don't know. Maybe because they figure no one's going to go see it.
Did some research.
Maybe.
Talking horse is funny. Thank you very much. Coming up, we have super inhabitable planets. Have you heard about this? Maybe better than Earth.
Nobody's better than Earth.
That's right.
We're going to find out who might be. Right now, a lot of us are going to be doing a lot more cooking at home in the near future. And home cooking has become a big deal. And I was just reading an article about 3-4 weeks ago that Americans have gotten tired of their own cooking. Get out while you can, support your favorite restaurant while you can, of course. But with the fall here, that may be a little tougher. We'll see. But you can improve your home cooking a lot by checking out HelloFresh. It's America's #1 meal kit. I really had no idea that I could make food this good. And it's only because they've done all the shopping. The box arrives at your house. Inside the box, it's been measured and it has been purchased and it's ready to go and it's yours. What do? Well, you get over to the stove and you start making dinner. Every week they've got 22 chef-curated recipes, and you get these big cards with pictures. So it's easy to throw together a great meal, and they've got all kinds of choices. That's the key to this. You get whatever you want, whatever you're into. They've got low-calorie. They've got vegetarian, if you'd like that. They've got the family-friendly stuff. What do they call it? Comfort food?
Yeah.
They've also got
great comfort food.
high-end surf and turf, amazing craft burgers. And you get to put it together. But like I said, they've taken a lot of the work and effort out of it by measuring it, of course, and by shopping. So the box comes to your door. We're both big fans. Be good for date night, Willie. That's all I'm saying. You get started with America's #1 meal kit this way. You go to HelloFresh.com, use the code BT Show, like Bob Tom Show. Get $80 off your first. This is amazing. $80 off 5 boxes, including free shipping on your first box. The promo code is BT Show. HelloFresh.com, $80 off your first. I think you're going to like it. HelloFresh.com. You'll be amazed at what a great cook you can be. Plus, you'll discover new foods.
Huh.
I've actually cooked vegetables I'd never heard of before and never seen before. Hey, these are really tasty. Promo code BT Show, HelloFresh.com. When we come back, speaking of cooking, there's a shortage of mason jars. We'll hear about that next. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
More Bob and Tom next. Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. The NFL Sunday's game between the Bills and the Titans have been moved to Tuesday night as long as Tennessee has no more positive tests for COVID. That's according to a person with direct knowledge of the switch. The person has told reporters the NFL also is scheduling Sunday's Broncos-Patriots game for Monday night after a New England player had a smaller outbreak of COVID. And 3 games now have been postponed due to the pandemic. Pittsburgh at Tennessee in Week 3, you recall, moved to October 25th. Buffalo is scheduled to host Kansas City next Thursday, but that game is going to be rescheduled. And also a person familiar with the situation says the Tennessee Titans were told players could not gather today for any in-person activities either at the club's facility or elsewhere a day before several players worked out at a private school. And the Patriots are missing a second straight day of practice since reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year Stephon Gilmore joined quarterback Cam Newton on the reserve COVID list. And Major League Baseball playoffs last night, American League winners Houston and the Yankees, and the National League playoffs, Atlanta and the Dodgers. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Hey, fellas.
Hi, Floyd.
Have enjoyed your 80s Pie program.
Thank you very much.
Sure you have.
I believe I heard y'all talking about lobster a while back.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, you know, I've always felt the same like you said, Tom. If lobsters walk the earth instead of kindly swimming into traps, I don't believe we need the crustacean with the coarse outer shell.
Yeah.
You know, the same way you don't really see armadillos on the 2 for $20 at Applebee's.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
All right, this magician, he gets his job on a cruise ship. So he's working this cruise ship, and he does his act every night. In the front row is the captain of the ship with a parrot on his shoulder. So every night he does his act. Well, by the third night, the parrot starts figuring out his magician's act. So he starts heckling the magician, and it's in his sleeve. It's under his hat. His assistant has it. So that night, they hit an iceberg, and the ship goes down. The magician wakes up floating on a piece of driftwood, and the parrot is sitting on the end of the driftwood, and they stare at each other for 2 days and don't say a word. They just look at each other all mad. Finally, the bird goes, I give. Where's the boat?
Oh, yeah.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
This is for the people going through heartbreak right now, and you don't know what to do about it.
Okay.
Get sick, turn my stomach, throw up, chuck, pray to the porcelain god. Barf, belch, bail out, blow chunks, lose lunch, vomit, feed the fish, and heave a log. Evacuate all you ate, retch, regurgitate, drop your cookies, puke, and spew. Hurl, purge are just a few words that come up when I think about you.
One way of doing it.
That's quality material.
Doug Moreland on the line. Doug, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
How are you?
Christy.
Doug.
Okay, your dog's name is Holly, I understand.
Holly. Short for jalapeno.
Can we hear her sing? Is that?
Yeah, it's called I Taught My Dog to Say I Love You, and she means it.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, let's hear it.
Taught my dog to say I love you. I love you. I love you.
Is there anything
It's early.
sweeter on the face of the earth?
She means it.
You're a good girl.
I love you. Come on for the Bob and Tom Show.
Uh-oh.
I taught my dog to say.
Jeez.
Okay.
Are you sure you're not squeezing that dog?
Ryan, how many lifestyle changes have you gone through?
This year, I've gone through maybe 2 lifestyle changes in the last couple of years.
Well, the first one was?
The first one was starting to eat meat again.
A second one?
now going away from everything I've ever loved.
Everything.
Like it's no meat, it's no dairy, it's no alcohol, no caffeine.
You can't pet
a lot
puppies.
of fruits and vegetables, whole food. You're supposed to drink like non-fluoridated water that has minerals added
Boy, this
into
really
it.
sounds
so
dull.
it's no tap water.
It doesn't sound like you're going to make it.
No,
it really doesn't.
Right? It's like you have to find joy in the little things.
But don't you find
Eat all the other
yourself like say you're on a date and your date is?
I make a date exception.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
So
I sure
there
do.
are exceptions
I've had
to all
17
rules.
dates in the last weekend.
846 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Very enthusiastic. Keep listening, keep listening, keep listening. That's all I'm going to tell you. How about keep watching My Indie TV 23 tonight at 11:30, the Bob and Tom Show. And a nice special event coming up this weekend. So details at My Indie TV 23. Thank you very much. Let's get back to the action, shall we? Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. In the big room, Ace Cosby. Once again at the OmahaSteaks.com, Ace Cosby joke of the day desk. Today, an excellent joke. Thank you, Ace. Probably worth repeating sometime down the road, because I've already forgotten it.
Are you drunk?
No, but I just had another jolt. I got the good coffee.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
There's Christy Lee. There's Chick. I'm Tom. Josh is literally fishing in the Ozarks right now. Think he's up yet?
Yeah. He probably just woke up kind of scared in the middle of the night. It's free!
Probably did.
Didn't know where he was.
That's Willie. There's Pat Godwin. Hey, Pat. Hey. Now, Mr. Godwin has agreed to allow us to have someone come in and shave a pencil-thin mustache on him next week and then dye it jet black for 2 days. And he's got a song about that, which we'll be hearing a little bit later on this hour. It was very nice. But right now, we return to Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
Seed companies taking stock of what went well for home vegetable growers this year, the year of COVID-19, and it found that tomato appears to be the top seller at the Burpee Company. Oh, they're the go-to, right? Burpee seeds.
sure.
The bodacious tomato was the best-selling vegetable seed. The company calls the large disease-resistant but pricey hybrid indeterminate tomato. They say the bodacious tomato is good with sandwiches, burgers, salads, and more. They call it their new superstar.
Is bodacious a real word?
It doesn't sound like it, does it?
No, it
made
doesn't.
up in a movie, I think. It has like a surfer feel to it. It's bodacious, man. Bodacious waves.
And it's usually followed by tatas. Yes? No?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking when I first heard it.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High has it in it. Yeah, I could see an older movie, like kind of a detective film noir thing, where they would, hey, have you seen, the secretary walks out, she's a bodacious tomato. But it sounds fake. I'm just curious if it's a slang term that they've taken on, but they're delicious tomatoes. I know that. So congratulations. And a lot more people apparently growing, doing some home gardening, which is fun. But that leads to the next story about...
Right. There's an increase in home cooking during the pandemic and canning, which has led to a shortage of mason jars. Most of the demand is for these single-use two-part lids since the glass jars can be reused. Newell Brands, which manufactures the leading brands of canning jars such as Ball and Kerr, said it's working rapidly to address this issue. If you're new to the canning biz, the lids, you're warned that they cannot be reused because there's a risk of botulism since the seals degrade after one use. So you have to use the new ones.
I didn't know that.
That's
So the
the problem.
shortage is primarily the lids.
Yeah.
Well, because I was going to say there's a shortage of mason jars because every hipster bar now insists on
Serving water out of them?
serving everything out of them.
Yeah.
I know a lot. I can't stand that. Are you a fan of that?
I love mason jars.
it, yeah.
I drank
You
almost
don't remember?
exclusively out of mason jars.
Yeah,
famously. Yeah, you guys all made fun of me because I reuse
ragu or
when I get
something,
pasta
wasn't it?
Sauce jars.
Yeah.
I will reuse my pasta sauce. Ace, you made fun of me for that too.
Yeah.
Everyone, damn it, everybody made fun of me.
That's the funniest thing
That
Ace
was
has ever
great
said.
timing. Yeah, I did.
So you take like a ragu jar.
Yeah, and then I just wash it out in the sink, and then
you serve drinks in it.
I don't serve. What do you think I do? I just have parties over all the time. No one likes me. I don't know if you know that. No one wants to come over. No, and
You can't date. There's nobody dating, so...
So yeah, I'll take a jar, I wash it out, I reuse it.
That's fine, but I mean, you go to these restaurants and instead of having
Well, they at least have ones with the handle on them now. The mason jars with the handle, that's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm. And I started doing this when I was a kid because it would help smell-proof my marijuana. No, when I was 17, not when I was a kid.
No, of course not.
Let's go with 18.
No, not when you were 12. That'd be silly. Right, Dad?
Just stored off campus, not at my house.
Oh, boy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Dad, we're living dirt.
So there's actually something. I guess I have a technical question for you. This story is about canning vegetables, right?
Correct.
Why is it called canning if you're putting them in glass jars?
I've never understood that. I don't know.
I mean, I hate to sound like George Carlin, but why isn't it called? Shouldn't it be called glassing? Just asking.
Well, that doesn't sound very fun, does it?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Glassing.
I would say what I want to say, but that would be jarring. Okay, people, come on. We have fun.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You ever canned? Boy, that's a process.
My mom used to do that.
Did she?
Mine too. She had this.
Yeah.
She would make applesauce, and there was this weird thing that you had a big handle on it, the house would smell great. And she would make applesauce and
have the big thing that like you dips like you clean baby bottles with. You'd fill all the cans and put it in the I
guess more and more people
jars.
do it. It's great. I'm making jelly and stuff, but just make sure that you follow the directions and use the properly cleaned
or you can
lids.
Poison your family.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
It'd be problematic.
This isn't a hipster cafe, but would you eat at a cafe full of cats?
No.
Yeah,
definitely not.
The Japanese town of Himeji is home to the Black Cat Cafe. In Japanese, it's
got to smell
Nikobiyaka.
Like cat piss, right?
What is it in Japanese?
Nikobiyaka.
Okay,
Inside, you can get a drink and enjoy the company of a dozen black cats.
And 7 years bad luck. you go in the bathroom, the mirrors are all broken.
Yeah.
You walk in under 4 ladders that are open.
There is a cat cafe somewhere here in the city. I know somebody that's been there, and I can't remember where it is.
There were a few in Chicago.
Okay, maybe that's it.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't love cats. First off, I'm allergic, so I kind of freak out when I'm in there anyways. But yeah, I don't think I could enjoy this. I think it kind of weirded me out.
Yeah, dogs.
Isn't the
diner.
Hemingway House in Key West?
Oh, tons of cats.
Six-toed.
Yeah, they have the extra toes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're freaks.
It'd be fun I really like cats, but I can't have them, so it'd be fun to visit them.
Why? Because you're allergic. They suck baby's breath. I know. Yeah.
Because my dogs would lose their mind.
Yeah.
You see dogs and cats pairing off, best friends all the time. Come on.
Yeah, that.
We are the world.
We are the kittens.
Speaking of pets, thousands of pet owners have submitted images of their dogs, cats, bunnies, and horses to the Mars Pet Care Comedy Pet Photo Awards. Over 2,000 entries from 81 countries were sent to the competition. Among them, a laughing horse, a group of cats staring intently at a duck. Wonder what they're thinking, chick. And a dog appearing to drive another dog around in a car. The contest aims to raise awareness for homeless pets in the UK, with entry fees donated to the animal welfare charity Blue Cross. The winner receives a prize of $3,850 and will be announced on November 24th.
Okay. I just Googled this. The first photograph they have is the funniest picture of a dog I've ever seen. It's a dog with this giant nose. It is the funniest. Can you see that, Christy? Isn't that sweet? Aww. What a cool idea. It's what did I just Google? I just Googled
funniest pet photos.
Yeah, these are great. What a cool thing to do. A lot of fun. This one's weird. This cat gives off like a Kardashian vibe.
Oh,
yikes! Really?
Yeah, the finalists were revealed on the 29th.
They're great. It's a nice look for a donkey.
Do you see the dog that looks like it's walking on water?
Yeah, these are terrific.
Funny.
Well, that's fun.
That's your Jesus dog.
If you're looking for something to do, check these out today, by the way. Now, we have some other great stuff coming up in the Bob and Tom Show, a little bit of history lesson. We got Mr. Godwin's song coming back in a matter of moments. Also, we have some letters. We do get letters here. We'd love to hear from you. And we'll also find out about the so-called super inhabitable planets. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Tell us what you think. Call 888-BOB-TOM-1. More of the Bob and Tom Show next.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The United Nations World Food Program has won the 2020 Nobel Peace Prize for its efforts to combat hunger and food insecurity around the globe. That announcement came today in Oslo. There were 318 candidates, 211 individuals, and 107 organizations. The prize comes with a $1.1 million cash award and, of course, a gold medal. Hurricane Delta has gotten stronger as it marches toward the United States Gulf Coast, now packing top sustained winds of 120 miles per hour. The devastating Category 3 storm is expected to make a likely landfall by this evening somewhere along the west Louisiana coast. And according to police, a surfer has vanished in a suspected shark attack off the Australian southwest coast. A surfboard has been found at Wiley Bay near the town of Esperance, and a search is underway for the man who'd been riding it. An ambulance service says a witness reported the attack at Kelp Beds Beach late Friday morning. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I haven't even read this win bag, but I just saw the first 5 words. I heard you two idiots. I'm in. But I do believe we may have corrected this at one point. It says, I heard you two idiots talking about Scooby-Doo saying Ruh-roh a couple of weeks ago. I just wanted to point out Scooby-Doo has never said Ruh-roh in the history. It was the Jetsons' dog Astro, which we actually did discuss.
We kind of did cover that story.
Right.
He's gone back to all the Scooby-Doos and checked to see if he said Ruh-roh.
According to him, has never said Ruh-roh ever in the history of the show.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Anybody on the radio that sings like this needs to cut Bob Dylan a check. I don't care if it's folk or rock or rap or pop or tech. No matter if you are a genius like him or just some 3-chord hack. If you're singing like your voice is sore, better cut Bob Dylan a check. And it's 40 for a 60 for a and a is 103. These prices don't include polyps or setup and mechanical fees. The only caveat is the Nashville skyline, which we'll throw in for free. Cause no one ever picked up on that except for Dudley Do-Right and Pee-wee. Mr. Springsteen, Mr. Petty, Mr. Knopfler, Miss Etheridge and Sheryl Crow. How about you crack that checkbook? Get old Bob some dough. Now, Jake, that's his old Bob's son, so I guess he can pass. But every now and then when you go home, would it kill you to cut some grass? It's 40 for a 60 for a and it is 103. These prices do not include polyps, a setup and mechanical fees. The only caveat is the Nashville skyline, which we'll throw in for free. Cause no one ever picked up on that except for Dudley Do-Right and Pee-wee. Oh, when you sing, if you sound like you got mumps or laryngitis, vocal polyps or tonsillitis, ate a pound of cheese or smoker's hack, choked by a rope or aspirated a yak, center stage at the arena, a park bench busker man, petty the odor of Robert Zimmerman. Cause you know deep down in your clothes, if there's music coming out of your nose, gotta cut Bob Dylan a check.
Wow, many times the great.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
All right, so all right, I'm ready for the magician joke.
All right, this magician, he gets his job on a cruise ship. So he's working his cruise ship, and he does his act every night. In the front row is the captain of the ship with a parrot on her shoulder. So every night he does his act. Well, by the third night, the parrot starts figuring out his magician's act. So he starts heckling the magician, and it's in his sleeve. It's under his hat. His assistant has it. So that night, they hit an iceberg, and the ship goes down. The magician wakes up floating on a piece.
Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Christy Lee has an update in the weather
I
forecast.
sure do. Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sunshine 82 today, variable cloudiness. It'd be variable cloudiness with a high of 80 on Saturday. And then mainly cloudy Sunday with just a slight chance for a shower. High still warm, 78. Sunny and 51 right now.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. My Indy TV 23 tonight, 11:30, the Bob and Tom Show. Oh, by the way, be listening very carefully for some serious cash cooking your way today. You know what I'm talking about. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. It's great to be here. Happy to be here on this, the 9th of October, 2020. In the big room, Ace, our engineer. There's Chick, I'm Tom, that's Willie. Those are the boys. Christy Lee is right next to me.
Hi.
Representing the distaff side of things at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. And then through the glass, it's Mr. Pat Godwin, the man who next week will be sporting a pencil-thin mustache. Don't shave this weekend.
I won't.
You got to get it really bushy, then we're going to shave off the top half of your mustache. Diet jet black.
I don't think you can have a bushy pencil-thin mustache.
No, but we have to have as much hair as possible.
All right, so it doesn't look patchy?
Yeah, you want it to.
I still say I think we should let him do it himself. He's going to have to learn. Because once we get into this, you're going to con him into keeping it for a week for extra money.
There's cash involved.
That's right. No, once again,
a carrot in front of me.
I just noticed yesterday that your the way it's growing, it's kind of pencil thinny right now. For whatever reason.
Well put. It's pencil thinny.
Pencil thin-ish, if that's the more proper term. But yeah, if you were to shave everything else properly and then just have the pencil thin. So I offered you $100 to do it. And then Chick weighed in with
100. I'll give $100.
I believe
I have 50.
Christy capped it off.
Chick, Pat, I'll give you a back rub or two.
$250 and some fun.
Oh, geez, Uncle Pat and I, we're. Oh, no, Willie.
No, I mean, I'm just saying I don't have the cash to give up, but if he needs it, I could give him a back rub. I could, how else could I could babysit Jimmy? You know? There's a few things I could do to help.
No.
What?
Oh, I'd like to see that. The Willie and Jimmy show.
Oh, yeah.
Something's going to burn down.
What does Jimmy like? He likes matches, he likes lighters, he likes aerosol products.
He has a lot of energy.
He likes it all.
Now,
man.
So, Pat, you have taken the great Jimmy Buffett song, Pencil Thin Mustache, and adapted it to this situation. And our apologies to Mr. Buffett. It's an excellent, excellent song, like so many of his are. And the situation is you will be receiving $250 for allowing someone to come in, shave a pencil-thin mustache on your face, and then dye it jet black. And then you have to wear it for 2 days.
2 days.
Oh, this is so exciting.
I'm on the Bob and Tom Show, get teased constantly about my daily struggles financially. 3/4 of my check goes to child support. I may be broke, but it keeps me out of court. So if I get a pencil-thin mustache, the porn director kind, you'll give me a couple of $100. I'll buy my son Red Lobster and not have my card declined. I may look goofy, creepy, and silly, but I can buy a round now and a joint for Willie. Yeah, I'm going to get a pencil-thin mustache. It's amazing what a whore I can be. I'm buying groceries and calling off my bankruptcy. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. I wish I could grow one, Pat.
You can't?
You can.
No.
Try it.
No.
Oh,
It takes a very long time for it to come in.
Let's do No Shave November. How about that? Let's let it go.
No.
You had the mustache.
Oh, my little mustache? Yeah, that was pretty serious. I remember you guys liked it a lot.
That sounds like a toy shaving kit. My little mustache.
My little mustache. And it really is. It's very little. It does not come in very thick at all.
Hey, kids, here's a shaving kit you'll have love.
After a while, my mom said she really liked it, and she loves me a lot. She could have been lying, but I thought it was a good look.
Just saying. Let's see, where was I? Oh, I know. Christy Lee's over there. I can see her from here. How's it going, Christy?
It's going great. Thank you for asking. Scientists have reported finding super inhabitable planets that they say may be, quote, even better than Earth. Researchers at Washington
Did you
State.
say Earth?
Earth.
I heard Earth.
I said Earth.
I don't know.
I heard Earth. The Earth is flat.
Hey, I'll see you on Earth. Isn't that what Will Smith says to the alien when he punches him? And welcome to Earth.
Yeah.
I think he does.
I don't think that's what he said.
I think he does. All right, fine.
Researchers at Washington State University identified 24 planets outside our solar system that may even be more suitable for life than our own planet.
You know why? No Twitter.
No people, that's why.
No Twitter.
The planets are over 100 light years away, however, so we won't be going there anytime soon. Study leader Dirk Schultz-Makich argues that these findings could help focus future research into habitable worlds. The paper entitled In Search for a Planet Better Than Earth was published in the journal Astrobiology.
She said Earth.
Said Earth.
What would make it better than Earth, Christy, in your mind?
I don't know. What
No
would
hurricanes.
make it better? Yeah.
No tornadoes. No forest fires.
With, lower car insurance.
Yeah.
You go.
How about that?
The ocean is made of Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
There you
go.
Double the length of spring break.
Yep. And the valleys run with peanut butter
More
and chocolate.
rainforests, more animals, less pollution.
I like the peanut butter and chocolate thing that Chick was talking about.
Peanut butter and chocolate waterfalls.
I'm sorry, what was the name of the scientific study? I'm sorry, what was the...
Much for waterfall.
In search for a planet better than Earth.
Okay, is this one of those Iceland, Greenland switcheroo things?
What do you mean?
Oh, we tell the aliens the other places Earth, and then they blow that up.
Because Greenland is...
Greenland's really the icy one. Iceland's the green one.
This was to
yeah.
keep people away.
Yeah.
Whistling away.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool idea.
Did they do that on purpose, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Okay, I don't know if you saw this story, Christy.
I don't know,
I
did
think
I?
we touched on this. The lady ninja.
Oh, we
yeah,
did.
the 67-year-old woman.
Yeah. She is called the Lady Ninja. I guess her friend was getting attacked.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Lorenza Marujo. An 82-year-old woman had reportedly been jumped by a man at her apartment in Fontana, California.
Yeah, she came to her rescue, by golly.
This lady, she, according to this, a swift kick, a finger-bending maneuver, and a couple elbow blows to the man's sternum.
Yeah.
This lady's a badass.
Yeah, she has a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
She's 4 feet 10 and weighs 100 pounds. Her friends call her the Lady Ninja. The guy she took down, 5'9", 170.
Yeah.
So
that'd be almost like me taking down Pat with just a swift kick.
That's funny. Pat's way over 200. You were being...
Yeah, hit it, Willie.
Christy, you were being kind.
I don't know what people weigh. I'd be the worst at that game at the fair. Not everybody was kung fu fighting. I hate this song.
Okay, now yesterday we had a story that I wanted to revisit for just a second. Obviously, schools all over the world are dealing with a lot of the difficulties with the pandemic, and some are open, some are not open, some are doing it with the computers, blah, blah, blah.
Are we talking about the Belgian school?
Yeah, but this is really good news.
Yeah, the circus students there are getting back into the swing of things. School has reopened. After closing in March, the ESAC International Circus School in Brussels has reopened with new measures in place to limit exposure as students resume their training. While the pandemic has highlighted the uncertainty of the students' futures, circus teacher Sylvia Ubieta says that they are excited to come back to work on a regular basis.
So that reminded me of this great piece about circuses. Well, you'll hear it.
Comedian Jeff Rothpan here in the studio with us.
Morning, Jeff.
Tonight's show veteran.
Thank you.
Let's go back. We like to find out about you as a little boy up there in Canada. How'd that go?
Well, it was all right. We didn't have a lot of money growing up. You know, every comedian says that, but I really mean it. I remember one time, this is absolutely true. When I was a kid, all these other kids got to go to the Barnum and Bailey Circus, and I remember begging my dad, please, I want to go. All the other kids are going. He said, no, we just can't afford it. The tickets are expensive. He ended up taking us to this Bob Circus. It was actually called, no, this is true,
Bob Circus.
Yeah, and it was in a mall parking lot. And what a difference when you go to a cheap circus. They had things like, I remember the guy yelling, and now huge midgets. the hell is that?
They stand 5'10".
That's right. They're range from 5'8" to 6'2", the world's largest midgets. Look at them. Look at the size of these guys. Bunch of guys walking around.
That is a cheap circus. I'm telling you.
It was the worst.
Wow. That was
one
Bob.
after another.
Bob's Circus.
It was Bob.
Coming to a parking lot near
that's
you.
right.
I like it.
Oh yeah. There was just one after another. The bearded man. What the hell is that? It was like they were just making it up on the spot. And we all just sat there stunned. We couldn't believe it. They had. I think they actually had the talking mute. Hi. Man, what the hell is this?
How does he do it?
He's amazing. He's a mute, yet he speaks. Dad, we go home. My dad made us sit through the whole thing. It was the worst circus. We had to sit there. My dad said, "I pay for this. You're going to sit through the circus and watch." And I think they had what else? Oh, they had the world's first stripeless zebra. It's a horse. A stinking horse, Dad. Brown.
Jeff Rothpan and just a classic moment from the Bob and Tom Show. We got an interesting news story we had it a couple weeks ago about that T-Rex going up for auction.
Yeah, did it finally sell?
Nicknamed Stan, 37-foot-long skeleton. It had been on display at Christie's Gallery in Manhattan. They thought it was going to go for about $8 million.
What did it sell for?
Significantly more, $31.8 million.
Wow. Whoa, to whom?
Let's see. Let's blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to, it doesn't say who bought it.
Oh, my God. I hate journalists who don't do their
Wait a second now. I'm trying to find it. Wow.
Get him, Christy.
What, where, when, how, and why?
I just stumbled on this because we'd done the story a couple of weeks ago. I'm not sure if it says who bought it. It sold in 20 minutes. So
has to be a museum, right?
Well, is there a couple?
I don't think a hardware store would buy it, Tom. Maybe a mall. A mall would buy it, put it in the center court there.
Let's just
remember malls.
Let's just say you needed to buy some 3-in-1 oil. It's a Saturday.
Okay.
You can drive to Home Depot or you can drive to the hardware store that has the T-Rex.
I'm going to the T-Rex hardware. Is that what
you're going to have to sell? You're going to have to sell a lot of 3-in-1, but. Stan has sold. It must say somewhere in here who bought it. I haven't read the whole thing.
Hey, do you guys have any tape measures? Yeah, they're in the back. Everything's in the back now because the damn dinosaur.
The damn dinosaur takes up. You see the square footage this thing eats up?
According to this story, the buyer of Stan has not been identified, according to the New York Times. Paleontologists worry such sales will encourage more private trade of fossils, which they're very afraid about, but...
You raise a good point. How big of a house do you have to have?
To have this thing inside it.
Huge.
Man.
Kelly called me. She wants to get a raptor in the foyer. We don't know what we're going to do.
This is a 37-foot T-Rex.
Yeah.
It's considered to be one of the greatest specimens ever, so that's cool.
$31.8 million. My goodness gracious.
Who names the T-Rex? Because there was Sue, and this one's Stan. Is there some sort of one-syllable S rule when it comes to naming T-Rex?
There must be a paleontologist who has that power. Maybe that's what you strive to be.
Okay, here we go.
In that world.
Here it is. It's this 67-million-year-old fossil was discovered in 1987 by paleontologist Stan Sacrison.
There you go.
In the Badlands of South Dakota. How cool is that?
Badlands, Chick. You ever go there?
Oh, the Badlands. Oh, I had a place at Worstlands. That place.
You lost that place.
Just in one of the marriages.
Does Stan get a cut of this? I hope.
Stan? Oh, the paleontologist?
Yeah.
I don't know if he was paid for his efforts or not.
Yeah, but probably a professor's salary. If that's no $31 million.
That's for sure.
Okay, well, you're not going to need $31 million to take advantage of this. You can get the parts you need from your locally owned Napa. And now you can order online and pick up curbside at your local Napa store in just 30 minutes. These are from our friends at Napa. You also get your order delivered to your door with free one-day shipping on over 160,000 parts when you spend $35 or more at Napa. Quality parts delivered quickly and safely from our friends at Napa. They have what we call Napa know-how. This offer, of course, is good at participating stores. Standard ground shipping and exclusions apply. Once again, the parts you need from your locally owned Napa. Order online, pick up curbside in just 30 minutes. Get all the details from our friends at Napa.
And coming up, the shoe-in of the week, brought to you by Napa.
Oh, that's
all
right.
That's right, baby.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Navy Federal Credit Union entertainment news. Dave Grohl will introduce the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions during this year's virtual ceremony. Musicians who will participate in the tributes to the inductees include Luke Bryan, Miley Cyrus, Don Henley, Billy Idol, Iggy Pop, Alicia Keys, Brad Paisley, The Boss, Bruce Springsteen, Ringo Starr, Gwen Stefani, and others. This year's inductees are Depeche Mode, the Doobie Brothers, Whitney Houston, 9 Inch Nails, the Notorious B.I.G., and T-Rex. They'll be shown November 7th on HBO. The most expensive version of a new pinball machine based on Guns N' Roses sold out within 2 hours of its announcement, according to manufacturer Jersey Jack. The GNR Not In This Lifetime machine is their quote-unquote greatest hit after selling 500 of the collector's edition for $12,500 each. Lesser versions sell for $9,500 and $6,750. Slash himself visited the manufacturer this week to give the game a try. He calls it insane. Slash and Duff McKagan narrate the in-game action. And Stevie Nicks will be releasing a new concert film and DVD. Stevie Nicks' 24 Karat Gold, the concert, was filmed during her 2016 tour. It will be released to select theaters and drive-ins on October 21st, then released digitally on October 30th. And if you are a Stevie Nicks fan, she's also working on a TV miniseries based on the legend of Rhiannon. Nicks wrote that 1975 song about a Welsh goddess named Rhiannon. The miniseries will be based on the adaptation of her story, Rhiannon's story, written by author Evangeline Walton. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Well, Allie, you better scour your phone. Get off the naughty pics.
I will.
Just remember, every time you take a nude picture and send it to a boy, your dad loses a year of his life.
Oh my gosh.
So you're slowly murdering your father. I want you to know that.
And Josh knows that because sadly his dad is gone.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
He'll beat you to the emergency room and paint a devastating picture of pain and gloom. He'll hate to hear all about your wreck, but deep down he's kind of happy that you broke your neck. He's almost a doctor, he's worse than a crook. He's the lawyer on the back of your telephone book. He can cry on cue and he can lie to your face, and he can probably get you a bigger neck brace. They hadn't made anybody that he won't sue. He'll get the radio station you was listening to, and if picking up your sisters in the police report, he can probably take that boot to court. Dick Weasel, attorney at law. If you're in a body cast, he's the man to call. He'll sue your boss and your mama and them. He can make a preacher want to injure him. He'll take him to court, he'll get you the cash. He's the Johnny Cochran of the bull whiplash. He's the slickest lawyer that you ever saw. He'll have you eating jawbreakers through a straw. He's willing to grovel, he's willing to beg. What would you say to a broken leg? We could get a fake cast put on your hand that might be worth another $2 or $3 grand. He'll take him to court and get the money real quick. He'll tell the judge that he's worried sick and find the sawbones to claim that your vertebra's bent, but you'll have to cough up another 10%. Dick Weasel, attorney at law. He's F. Lee Bailey with bigger gall. He could make a 12-man jury squall over a compound fracture or some bad coleslaw. And Dick Weasel wants a third of this song.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Boy, better get up, get some exercise.
Jim, we mentioned you are a tall man.
Yes. 6'6", huh?
6'6". Are you a single guy or married guy?
I just got married.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes.
How's that going?
First timer?
Yeah, first timer.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that?
I'm learning, very slowly. I'm learning, when women get married, they take the guy's name, and I'm learning that us guys are also given. My married name is somebody. Somebody's got to take the trash out.
You want a Q95? It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee's right here. She's got the weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. He's delivering plenty of sunshine today. Look for a high of 82. Variable cloudiness Saturday with a high of 80. And then mainly cloudy on Sunday. Still warm, though, with a high of 78. Just a slight chance of a shower popping up. 53 currently.
Speaking of chances, how about a chance at some money? And how about a guy named Chance? That's right. Chancellor Finklia lives in Indianapolis and happens to now be the proud possessor of an extra $1,000. That'll cover some bills, Chance. And how did he get it? Just by paying close attention to Q95. You can do the same thing. Perhaps, if you get lucky, that's all it's all about. It's just about some great luck and some great music coming up on Q95 throughout the day. And your shot at some serious money on the way. So thanks for listening. Also, don't forget tonight, 11:30, MyND TV 23 for the Bob and Tom Show. Look, you can see us. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Ace Cosby's our engineer, the man with the mellifluous voice. Coming up, the Napa Auto Parts Shoe-In of the Week, starring Chick McGee with his NFL prognostications. Christy Lee is to my right at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. Did I mention that Ace is at his post, the OmahaSteaks.com Ace Cosby Joke of the Day desk? Willie Griswold is right next to me. And then Pat Godwin's in the next room. We hope to get another song out of Pat before too long. Had a couple of great ones already today. Thank you very much, Pat. Now, we are going to explain the NFL and how it works with everybody. It's very simple.
Is it time?
I think it's time.
It's time! Hey, time for the Shoe-In of the Week, ladies and gentlemen. That's where yours truly takes the point spread into account and picks the slate of weekend NFL football action. All games that are still being played. Okay.
Thus far on the season, you've picked a handful of games, and your record is
15-9
against the spread.
Nice. 15 up, 9
and
down.
you pick against a lovely person every week, a grandmother of one sort or another.
Yes, I do.
I believe we have this week's grandmother joining us on the phone. She is Norma. Norma, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine.
Oh, great. You've got a beautiful lilt. I understand that you are in Nashville, Tennessee. Is that correct, Norma?
Absolutely.
Okay. It says here your nickname is Gunny.
Gunny, yeah, I'm a Gunny. Not a granny. They say it's a cross between granny and honey.
Aww.
And I said, I'll take it.
Oh, that is the sweetest thing I've ever heard.
Well, that's great.
And Grandpa is Rascal.
Rascal? Grandpa Rascal?
Speaks for itself. They're Gunny and Rascal.
Does he ride around on a rascal, or is he in fact a rascal?
He's a rascal.
He's a rascal. Okay, good. Well, your son Kyle gave us your name. Is Kyle a good son?
Kyle's a great son. The only thing is he just went far away. He moved to Reno.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Reno.
But we get to go see him and stay in the
Okay, 'cause they've got the gambling,
casino and have some fun, yeah.
You like the casino, Norma?
Oh, yeah.
Not only but hell yeah.
Got it.
Norma?
We get to go to West Tennessee to some casinos.
Very good.
Are you a slot machine player?
Oh, yeah, I like slots.
Okay.
Well, this is a different kind of gambling. We're talking about sports gambling right now. And Mr. McGee across the way there has done very well this season against the spread. It's my understanding that, well, if you're in Nashville, you are probably a Tennessee Titans fan. Is that correct?
Well, I guess. They play from here, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
They're going through a little bit of a rough spot right now.
Wait, do you like any other team? We can switch the.
No. I watch the Titans. That's about the only one I watch. They're all on the TV.
Right. Okay.
I only watch like the Titans. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Now, who does your son root for? Now that he's in Reno,
I don't know right now. I guess he's still a Titan fan.
Not the Las Vegas Raiders, maybe. We'll see. But now, Mr. McGee has selected games that he thinks that the prognosticators have done the wrong calculation. What have you got over there, Chuck?
Well, first of all, let's do the double shock right away. I'm going to take Vegas plus 13 at Kansas City. The Las Vegas Raiders plus 2 touchdowns at Kansas City. Wow. I think the Chiefs are going to win, but I think it's going to be a lot closer. It's a big-time rivalry, Tom. This goes back to the AFL days.
It's a preview of the AFC Championship.
That's what lunatics are saying, yeah.
Now, so, Chick, you are taking the Raiders. Okay.
Yes, I am. Las Vegas or Kansas City, Gunny? Who do you like?
Well, I don't know. I guess either one, but we'll just go with Kansas City. It's more familiar. How's that?
All right. Okay, fair. More familiar. I like that. The Roy Wood's favorite football team, the Miami Dolphins, travels to San Francisco. Dolphins getting 10 in this one. Who do you like, Miami or San Francisco?
I guess I got to go with San Francisco this time.
All right. San Francisco minus the 10 for Gunny. I'll take Miami plus the 10. Once again, 49ers win, but Miami keeps it close-ish. 7 points. And
I don't know anything about that.
Oh, it's okay.
Neither do I, Gunny. You're in good company. And the Titans, the Tennessee Titans, due to the COVID, the virus and the COVID and everything, they are playing Tuesday night, I'm assuming on CBS at 7 o'clock Eastern against the Buffalo Bills. Bills, I believe, still yes, 4-0, undefeated. And the Tennessee Titans are 3-0. Both teams undefeated.
Oh, battle of the undefeated.
But as we know, the Titans have some positive virus outcomes. So
they're COVID-fied. Yeah,
that's right.
I like that. COVID-fied.
Love Gunny. So I'm going to say they don't have a spread up yet.
Okay.
So I'm taking the Bills at the Titans. Ooh. So I'm guessing you're taking the Titans, Grandma.
I have to take the Titans over the Bills because my son-in-law is from New York, and so I have to do that.
So whatever the points end up being on, I guess Tuesday morning, we'll apply those to that pick. How's that sound, Commish? Is that all right?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Okay.
Very good. So far, you've disagreed on every pick. Is that correct?
Well, there you go.
Okay.
You're sitting in high cotton, as they say somewhere.
Okay.
I'm not sure what
that means. Are we done for the day?
Yes, that's it.
Gunny, very good. Some great picks. It's always great when the grannies pick against Mr. McGee. It's certainly a lot more fun. Now, are you going to be doing any cooking for Thanksgiving? It's getting close. I like to ask all the grandmas this.
Well, I don't know how it's going to go this year, but I usually cook one bird, and then the traditional bird, and then they bring smoked and fried, and
Yeah, sure. That's right. Well,
and all sorts of birds, but
they're saying that this year Thanksgiving, a lot of them are going to be a little smaller. There'll be smaller birds because not as many people are going to come because you just can't have everybody.
I imagine that we'll all be together one way or the other.
How many people would you normally feed on Thanksgiving?
Oh, it's probably about 30.
Oh, that's a nice size. That's a big size. Yeah, good family.
Yeah, somewhere around 30.
Yeah,
I hadn't counted up lately.
For 30, do you have do you have a table in the garage? Where do you put people?
Oh, well, yeah, you have to do that.
Sure.
And you put tables everywhere.
Yep.
Chairs and,
card tables? I'm sure you probably don't even own a card table, Tom.
Card tables.
I do. That's what we did.
Yeah.
You have a card table and chairs?
A little folding tables,
Yeah, I've got the folding tables.
No, I'm talking about a 4-seater card table and 4 chairs, like the set.
Oh, yeah.
I got a little round 4-seater that's there all the time.
Samsonite. Samsonite. You have a Samsonite chair?
You've eaten Thanksgiving dinner at that table.
A folding chair. Folding chairs, Tom. Do you have folding chairs?
Folding chairs.
No, I keep them over. I keep them over at the studio.
Okay.
Every Thanksgiving, I drive over there and grab them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now you have 12 grandkids. Do you know them in alphabetical order? Go.
No.
Okay. Well, just give me some other names. I want to see if they're as nice as Gunny.
Brad and Jeremy, and Michael and Wesley. We've got lots of boys.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
They all like football. Yes, they all play football in the yard after dinner on Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's sweet.
Well, good. Well, it sounds like a great family.
And then we have Emily and Megan. Mary Jane, got some girls thrown in there.
Okay, good.
Stephanie.
Yeah.
Well, you got most of them.
Chris, Ben.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
Now, your son.
Master, let her
Scott.
answer.
I can't leave Scott out. He's the #1 football fan.
Okay. All right. Well, now, so your son Kyle has moved to Reno. Is he working in the gambling industry? May I ask?
No, he works in the hospital. He takes care of them after they gamble too long.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Gambler's risk, gambler's fatigue. Yeah.
A lot of tired eyes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, sure.
Do the Titans have a theme song?
Houston Oilers. That used to be their fight song. I don't know if the Titans have a mascot.
I don't know. But one of their on the serious side, one of their cheerleaders is seriously injured in an accident and has COVID. It's
that's a shame. Wow. Because I was going to say on a lighter note,
they've really had bad. They've really had bad news.
Because I would think that the Titans, their theme song would be this classic.
Hi, everybody. I'm Archie Bell of the Thrills of Houston, Texas.
Do you remember this song? Gunny, this is the great Archie Bell and the Drells, and of course the song is Tighten Up.
Sure.
It's probably a hit when you were in your 40s.
We don't only sing, but we dance just as good as we want.
Do you dance as good as you walk? They don't play Tighten Up at the game? Sorry, I
don't think
just
so.
speculating.
You know what they do have, though? I think they still have a raccoon as their mascot. It's called T-Rack, the Titans raccoon, I think. He rides around on
It's
a
not
Is it a raccoon?
That T-Rex comes from that's the hockey.
Hockey?
Hockey? Okay.
Yeah,
the Nashville the Predators. Okay.
Okay, that's good. Well, congratulations on your great picks, Gunny. What a great nickname. That's so cool. You must be a great person. Congratulations. Good luck with the turkeys this year. And no matter what happens this weekend, you're going to be on the exact opposite side of Mr. McGee, and that's the way we like it. Okay.
There you go.
Say hi to all your grandkids for us, won't you? And to that upstart Kyle.
And y'all are great guys. I know you're having a great day.
Well, thank you. Say hi to Rascal for
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, that's right. Say hi to Rascal.
Yeah.
I wonder if Rascal's
I
in
love
a Rascal. Okay,
Rascal and Gunny.
Okay, thanks very much. Now,
She sounded like my grandmother. It really brought me back. It made me want to just tear up a little bit.
Doesn't Kyle Move to Reno sound like a George Strait song?
Yeah.
Well, Kyle moved to Reno.
He's in the Rat Pack playing Dino.
He's in Reno now.
I want to hear more about this round square table.
You have a round folding table.
No. I have a round table that seats 4 people.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the classic
card table.
The classic Midwestern, how most of us grew up. We all had the card table and chairs in the hall closet.
I've got a 6-seater.
That mom and dad would bring out and have bridge.
I've got a 6-seater in the basement, and I keep
a 6-seater is not that. Nobody has a 6-seater.
No, it's a plastic table.
Yeah, that you get at Costco. Those are big banquet tables. I'm talking about.
I remember because when that was the kids' table, and then when
Why
Pat
is everything so hard with him? God.
But yeah, we used that as the kids' table, and when Pat came to Thanksgiving one year, that's where we sat.
That's where we sat. I remember. And
was that when the lamp incident?
No, that was a couple of years ago. We haven't been back since. Jimmy knocked over a lamp.
The lamp incident.
I'm sorry, Mr. Griswold. I apologize. You have to have a big table because you have all those kids. We didn't have that.
Yeah, but I get the chairs over at our studio and bring them home for the day.
Yeah, but
I don't have a lot of storage, so let's move forward here.
I don't either, but I can put a table and chairs in my closet.
What? You had a big closet?
No, you put them away.
You store them there.
Why is everything so hard with him?
Well, that'd be really bad if you had to eat dinner in the closet.
Well, these are different types.
Although I had show up every now and then.
I had an uncle that I found out
he was in the closet.
He was eating in the closet quite a bit.
Oh, jeez.
Wish you would have just said something. We were all okay with it. Where was I? I know, Christy. What have we missed over there?
Here's a story you might have missed. Harry Potter fans have had a special experience ruined when a commuter train blocked their view of the famed Hogwarts Express. I saw this. The Jacobite steam train, which had been used as the Hogwarts Express in the series, was traveling from the Scottish Highlands down to its winter base in Carnforth, England last Monday.
Yes, of course.
Crowds held lined up for hours on both platforms of Drumbury Station. Can you say Drumbury for me?
Drumbury Station,
Thank
of course. Drumbury Station will take you to Snatcher's Cleft.
Snatcher's Cleft?
Yes.
What's Snatcher's Cleft near?
Well, Snatcher's Cleft is, I believe it's about 20 kilometers from Badger's Drift, I think. It's where you want to go.
So I don't understand. So the train's coming. Why'd they miss it?
Crowds had lined up for hours on both platforms of Drumbury Station to catch a rare glimpse of the train. But just as the Jacobite was passing through, a ScotRail train coming from the opposite direction obscured the view of fans along one platform.
I saw this video. The timing is completely perfect.
So they totally missed the train.
Right when it gets in view, the train passes, and then the commuter train, as soon as Hogwarts is done, the commuter finishes.
Oh.
And these people were waiting for hours, I guess.
Yeah, some are laughing. Others could be heard screaming, crying, and cursing.
Why didn't
on the
they
video.
stop the train and let everybody look at it?
I don't know, Tom.
It's like the clouds rolling in just before the eclipse gets there.
Well, as Chick always says, conducting a train, very easy job.
Yes!
Guy was probably just busy watching Netflix.
Oh, God.
You'll never see, what happened? You take a wrong turn back there? No!
Do you know how many engineers wrote me calling you a jackass?
I'm just saying the real heroes are truck
just telling
drivers.
you.
Okay.
Truck drivers are the real heroes.
They're all heroes,
and
thank
train drivers are
engineers.
They're crooks, is what I think they are. No, I'm just kidding.
They're stealing the money from people.
No, they're great. They're great. They're working hard.
Hogwarts, odd name.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Donnie Baker says you get when you don't wear a rubber? Didn't you say that last
Yeah, Donnie gets Hogwarts about once a month.
Okay, okay, I'm saying. Yeah. No, when you made that joke about the train conductors, I got a lot of mail.
Really?
Yes, sir. Yeah, and the reason
I'd be
they don't
more than happy to talk with
the reason they don't have cabooses. Kabai.
A caboose.
Is they've got electronic stuff in the back that's observing to make sure that everything's going okay.
Nobody gets hit from being
Typically,
gets
trains
rear-ended.
have two people on board now, freight trains and stuff. But I can, and I always love it when I get the girls out there, the train's going by, and I make the signal, and they blow that whistle for me.
And once again, they'll blow the whistle anyway, whether you were there or not, I'm guessing.
No.
You're lying to your children. Again, here's example of you being lying to your kids.
What do you mean? He never lies to me. My dad? You mean my dad, the man who was the first guy to climb Mount Everest. You're saying that he lies to me?
First.
You know, when you put it like that, I stand corrected.
Now, we have many places to go here. We got some stuff I got to get to. Oh, I want to remind you, if you've got a small business, I hope things are going okay for you right now, and God bless you if they are. And maybe you need some new people. Wouldn't that be great? A lot of people looking for jobs. A lot of people that are super talented looking for jobs right now because of the oddities of the contemporary world. LinkedIn, you're familiar with LinkedIn, of course. I didn't know this. They have an active community of 690 million members worldwide. So a lot of those great people out there looking for a job may have the skill set that you need, but the best way to find them, you don't go to the laundromat and put a piece of paper up with that fringe on the bottom and your phone number anymore. You go to LinkedIn.com. And what's going to happen there? Well, you're going to find out who out there has that skill set that you need. So when your business is ready to make that next hire, find the right person with LinkedIn Jobs. You can pay what you want and get the first $50 off. Visit LinkedIn.com/Tom. Again, that's LinkedIn.com/Tom to get $50 off your first job post. Terms and conditions apply. Check it out. LinkedIn.com/Tom. There are great people out there looking for work. And if you can help them out and help yourself out, please do it. LinkedIn.com/Tom. Coming up, a little bit of knowledge that you might need. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show, brought to you in part by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces, DoD, veterans, and their families. Our members are the mission, insured by NCUA. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 27 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time and saves the world. And Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. The NFL Sunday's game between the Bills and the Titans have been moved to Tuesday night as long as Tennessee has no more positive tests for COVID. That's according to a person with direct knowledge of the switch. The person has told reporters the NFL also scheduling Sunday's Broncos-Patriots game for Monday night after a New England player had a smaller outbreak of COVID. And 3 games now have been postponed due to the pandemic. Pittsburgh at Tennessee in Week 3, you recall, moved to October 25th. Buffalo is scheduled to host Kansas City next Thursday, but that game is going to be rescheduled. And also a person familiar with the situation says the Tennessee Titans were told players could not gather today for any in-person activities either at the club's facility or elsewhere a day before several players worked out at a private school. And the Patriots are missing a second straight day of practice since reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year Stephon Gilmore joined quarterback Cam Newton on the reserve COVID list. And Major League Baseball playoffs last night, American League winners Houston and the Yankees, and the National League playoffs, Atlanta and the Dodgers. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Hey, fellas.
Hi, Floyd.
Have enjoyed the Edie's Pie program.
Thank you very much.
Sure you have.
I believe I heard y'all talking about lobster a while back.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, you know, I've always felt the same like you said, Tom. If lobsters walk the earth instead of kindly swimming into traps, I don't believe we need the crustacean with the coarse outer shell.
Yeah.
You know, the same way you don't really see armadillos on the 2 for $20 at Applebee's.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom, all the time, in your ear.
One day a guy was walking his doggy in the park. A pretty girl was walking her dog too.
When suddenly those mutts were sniffing each other's butt.
And doing that thing doggies like to do.
Doggy style.
Doggy style.
Those dogs were stuck together for a while.
They were frozen in that pose.
Till someone grabbed a hose.
They were doing it doggy style.
Wow, look over there. There's a dog licking his nuts. I wish I could do that.
Well, you probably can, but you may want to pet him first. That fella and that lady, soon they fell in love. They honeymooned on some exotic isle.
It must have been the heat, 'cause right there on the street,
they started doing it doggy style.
Doggy style.
Doggy style.
She turned her head so he could see her smile.
But he never saw her rack,
'cause he was poking her from the back.
Oh, they were doing it doggy style. For 20 years, they've been married to each other.
Now they do a different kind of doggy style.
Like a dog, he sits up and starts begging.
Then she rolls over and plays dead for a while.
You know, Pally, I've seen his wife, and she's so ugly that no matter what position she has sex in, it's still doggy style.
Bow wow.
Then that fella got in trouble with the IRS. They sentenced him to prison at his trial.
Now his life's a living hell. He's bent over in his cell.
And he's getting it doggy style.
Doggy style.
Doggy style.
9 9:45 on the nose at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has an update in the weather forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by Karat. Sunny and 82. Variable cloudiness, high 80 on Saturday. Mainly cloudy, slight chance for a shower Sunday, high 78. 55 right now.
And I think there might be just a handful of tickets left for beer, booze, and wings.
A great day for it.
Yeah, tomorrow at the Rathskeller Beer Garden. Get the details at Q95.com. It's going to be limited admission, so I would get on that right now. Q95.com for beer, booze, and wings. Spectacular place. It's, of course, the Rathskeller Beer Garden downtown, that beautiful building down there. And it's brought to you by our friends at Tway Lifting Products. Founders Brewing Company reminding you to please drink responsibly. Should be a great day to hoist a few beers downtown. I'll also remind you that we're going to be on television tonight. It will be 11:30, MyIndy TV 23. If you get a chance, check it out. See what everybody looks like. Look, it looks like Christy. I can see her. She's right over there.
Hi.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. In the big room, it's Ace Cosby, our engineer. Proprietor, of course, at the OmahaSteaks.com. Ace Cosby joke of the day. There's Check, I'm Tom. That's Willie. Christy Lee's the lady of the house. I'm being delivered by closed circuit television. It's Mr. Pat Godwin. And I think we probably should get to it. Do you have one more story you want to do, Christy? Because I've got some stuff over here if you don't want to.
Yeah, I guess we could do this. There was a video of a California tree trimmer that's gone viral. I don't know if you've seen it.
Wow, it's the best.
The video shows him swinging wildly from the top of a very tall palm tree, recorded by onlookers from the ground. The video shows the arborist cutting the palm fronds off the tree. Once they fall off, the tree trunk whips back and forth while the man holds on tightly at the top. He eventually climbed down to safety.
This thing, it looks like a ride at a theme park.
It doesn't look real, though, because it's
the tallest palm tree I've ever seen, and the guy, it's just like boomerangs him.
Yeah.
And is he holding a chainsaw?
I don't know what he's cutting the fronds
what he
off
cut it with, but
I think he must be, right?
It's really scary.
That is terrifying. Those jobs, same thing with like window washers. I mean, just one day I would, how clean do the windows need to be?
If you want them clean. This video, by the way, is a lot funnier if you play, what's that song? Warren's song Cherry Pie. It makes it really rock.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ways back and forth.
Yeah, he is, this guy is flying. I'm surprised the headline wasn't former tree trimmer.
Yeah, no joke. That is a tough gig.
I hope he was taped to this thing. Time now to have a little bit of a history lesson.
All right.
A lot of
Time now for Today in History. Boy, I hope there's nothing about the Beatles. Here's Tom.
Oh, well, I can tell you there is.
Yeah, of course. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every day.
John Lennon would be
Lennon.
80 today. Wow. What a shame. The best. And let's go. We'll start with events.
Okay.
In the year 1000.
In the year,
Leif Erikson discovered what he called Vinland, becoming the first European, they think, to reach North America.
Why do you call it Vinland, not Finland?
Because I don't know.
They didn't have F's then.
Yeah. They hadn't invented the letter F.
It's pretty simple. Come on, use your head.
Yeah, don't say. I know what you're thinking, and do not say. Never mind.
Maybe it was because it was for vino.
Vino, yeah.
Let's see. Here's an oddity for today. God, I remember when this happened. 1989, Penthouse magazine published their first Hebrew edition.
What?
Yes. It's amazing.
Okay.
All you have to look at all the boobs right to left.
I was going to make the exact same joke.
That's the only joke you can't make.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they should have called it She-Brew because it's in Penthouse. It's kind of a Never mind, Christy.
You don't want to see what she's doing with that menorah
down there.
Hey.
So say.
I said you don't want to see it.
No, I'm talking down.
Shalom boobs, shalom pants. I don't know. I doubt. Is Penthouse, do they still make that magazine? Is that still out there?
I think so. I don't know.
I do not know.
I can't imagine.
Is Playboy still out there?
I think they just announced they're going to stop making their print edition again.
Because they stopped for, I don't know. And I can't imagine that the Hebrew edition of Penthouse is still, but you never know.
I don't know.
She-brew. Sadly, today, it would have been John Lennon's 80th birthday, right? Yeah.
Yep.
That's amazing.
What happened? Just voting act?
First chick is here another.
You ever read Catcher in the Rye, Chick?
I did. I told an actress I was reading and I was trying to impress her, and nothing. Never mind.
Okay. It's also the birthday of Sean Lennon.
Really?
Yeah.
He was born on his dad's birthday?
That's weird.
Yeah.
How did
that was a C-section.
How did Yoko arrange that?
C-section.
Tyson. And then who had the bigger hit?
What are you talking about?
John or Paul?
Julian.
Julian or
Sean's
Sean?
never had a hit, has he?
Okay.
No,
I remember Julian had a really good song there for a while.
Wasn't he in here once?
Too late for goodbyes.
Yes.
Yes, he was. I remember. I have a picture with him.
Yeah,
He's a very nice guy.
He was sitting on a pebble.
Now, we have Mr. McGee across the way.
Time now for Things We Learned, brought to you by Grainger, delivering the... Hey, look, I got a new copy.
Oh, nice.
Delivering the products to keep your facility running is what Grainger does best. They've been doing it for 90 years. Visit Grainger.com for whatever you need, whenever you need it.
We learned that there's an office that has a alpaca in the building.
An alpaca llama mix.
Yes,
Alpaca.
it's a crossbreed.
Hi, I'm alpaca.
Can an alpaca, can that thing reproduce on its own, or is it like a mule and a donkey and a horse?
I'm not up on my list.
Ooh, is it like a worm? Ooh.
We haven't been able to find out if it has been house trained, but apparently it is in the office. So I wouldn't mind having an office dog. I wish we could. We used to have one
He'd
back
get
in the day.
lonely at night.
No, we take him home.
Somebody would be assigned to take him home.
On any given day, I have at least 3 dogs I could bring in here.
Why don't you just
Oh, we
bring,
could rotate him like the school guinea pig. Like every weekend, you got to take the guinea pig home. Do that when you were kids?
We found out that there's a new cannabis beverage, and it's selling out. It's from PBR in California. It's apparently very hard to keep in stock.
Yeah, it was a great last day of the show with you guys, moving to California Monday.
How about this one? There's a kid that has in Memphis in middle school. He set the Guinness Book of World Records record for being the youngest to produce nuclear fusion at his house.
That's ridiculous.
That's a smart kid. I hope he doesn't turn it to evil. Send him to MIT, please. We don't want him to be in the wrong side of anything.
You don't have to spell around him. He's pretty smart.
Okay, sorry. Mason jars are okay, but the lids are, there's a shortage of them, so be very careful if you're canning. I did ask the question, why do you...
We used to use them lids for ashtrays.
Yeah, why do you not call it glassing if they're going into glass? Sorry, I don't know. And there was a guy arrested for, along with his wife, they wanted to have intimate relations with a horse. A menage a trot, if you will, and they've been arrested. Oh, and a happy story about a lost diamond in Alabama at the top of a stadium.
There you go.
And they found it several days later.
Yeah.
And it's a huge diamond. I can't figure out why they had such crappy seats to the game. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.